Good evening. Good afternoon. Sorry to tear you away from the only other thing that seems to matter in our community, which is sports. The Bills are playing the Ravens, and I don't give a damn because we have to call a snitch. Young Thug, check, check. I got to check, right? Uh, the thugger himself, leader of the notorious YSL criminal enterprise, has evaded incarceration. He returned back to the streets as a hero, all to see the accolades and the cheers and the celebration turn into everything but a witch hunt, as it was revealed that after criticizing, ostracizing, humiliating, and attempting to blackball the rapper known as Gunna, not the loser who works at No Jumper, but the rapper, the real rapper known as Gunna, for snitching. Young Thug himself has been revealed to be a snitch. Now, I'm not surprised that War Chief ducked out of the fight and put a spell on me or something. He's a bleak. But anyway, I'm not surprised that Young Thug was revealed to be a snitch, because anyone with eyeballs can look at this dude and tell that he ain't really built for jail. I mean, maybe he is. He might have enjoyed the jail life as much as he acts like a homosexual. But just looking at this dude for 2 seconds, it's pretty clear that this guy ain't built for the streets. I tell people time and time again that people who make it to the level of success that he saw as a rapper, they don't tend to be thugs. They don't tend to be street dudes. People want to say Lil Wayne is a street dude. Lil Wayne been in the studio since he was 11 or 10 years old. Under Birdman's wing since he was about 10 or 11 years old. If bro is in the studio hanging around a multi-millionaire, at what point did this little ass kid have time to be in the streets of Louisiana becoming this certified gangster? Young Thug had a different upbringing, but I'm pretty sure that very early on in his life, he realized, look, I'm trying to make money rapping. I can't dedicate the time that I need to dedicate in the studio if I am in the streets collecting stripes and becoming a gangster. I'm pretty sure he realized that early on. All one need to do is make sense of it. Common sense. Now, when he got indicted, what I will say is that the indictment was a bunch of bullcrap. Do I feel like the indictment was a weaponization of the justice system against YSL? Yes. They even did the same thing in Georgia against Donald Trump. But did I for 1 minute believe that these dudes, the whole group, did I believe that any of them were above snitching to save their own skin? Of course not. These are not thugs. These are rappers. They do not want to go to jail. They want to go into the studio, make songs, do concert, smash women, and do recreational drugs until they either overdose or get deleted in some random act of violence. This is what they're here for. So when I found out that Young Thug straight snitched, I wasn't surprised. There's an old saying, and it's cliche, but cliches make sense. They come from, there's always truth in cliches. Birds of a feather flock together. Once Woody snitched, or they say he snitched, allegedly snitched, I knew that the rest of them were going to fall down like dominoes. And in succession, boom, Woody, boom, Gunna, boom, all the other dudes. Thug somehow gets out. Everybody wants to believe that in unicorns and fairy tales and stardust, oh, Young Thug got out because he held it down. Young Thug got out because he refused to snitch. I was sitting back laughing at these dummies. I was saying only the African American and the Hispanic who aspires to be like him, only they could be dumb enough to believe that this man who was looking at all these Rico charges made it out of jail after all his friends snitched without him telling something. But as is the case many times with our people, the truth is stranger than fiction. The things that we can convince ourselves to believe, the mental gymnastics that the African American is capable of to rationalize something that is totally contradictory to what he was speaking about prior, to accept something that he or she was totally opposed to, arbitrarily based on who's doing it. In this world, in this universe, in this life, and even in the next, is unmatched. But here's the part that really got me. And this is what I want everyone to jump up here and discuss with me. How in the hell do you have all these so-called gangsters all over the United States of America holding their tongue, making excuses, attempting to justify the fact that Young Thug is a straight up snitch? And many, many, many of these so-called gangsters from all over America are trying to make excuses for him or straight up lying, saying that what he did was not snitching. I've said it once. I've said it twice. I will say it again. I've said it on No Jumper. I've said it on this show for years. No snitching campaign was a Psy-Op. The no snitching campaign was a Psy-Op. And it rested upon Black people's unhealthy emotional attachment to validating themselves based on their ability to survive and raise children in crime-infested neighborhoods. You are more gangsta. You are somehow tough and hard based on how dangerous of a neighborhood you grew up in. Please, God, make that make sense. You are more tough and gangsta based on how dangerous the neighborhood you grew up in is. It's got to be the stupidest thing on earth, the dumbest line of reasoning on the planet. So Black people took it upon themselves and made a commitment that they would not tell on brazen, on hardened criminals, sadistic, demonic thugs, all in the name of adhering to some bullcrap street code that did nothing but perpetuate violence, death, drug use, drug abuse, homosexuality, and degeneracy within their own community. And the worst part about it is we had the audacity to complain about the results. I hear somebody say, stop snitching. I start laughing. There are people who you know well. I know them too, who to this very day have snitches in their neighborhood who are openly snitching, who openly snitched, and those people who profess to be thugs literally do absolutely nothing about it. As a matter of fact, they are scared of the snitches and wouldn't even dare speak on the snitch or his snitching. I put that on my life. But why is it that all these hardcore thugs, why is it that it's okay, sticks and stones? You from the city, so you know exactly what I'm talking about. Why is it that these hardcore thugs are so cautious that they are tiptoeing around the situation with Young Thug? I mean, I've seen some of them touch on it very briefly, and then they get off it as quick as possible. Oh, did Thug snitch? Yeah, technically, yeah, he's a snitch, and that's it. But dude, you just spent the past 6 months acting gangster, acting like snitching was the worst thing on earth. But when Young Thug did it, it was all good. You don't even want to mention it. Y'all had this dude, Seti Nash, apologizing. Y'all had Seti Nash, Sacramento's finest 60 Crip. You guys had this dude apologizing for bringing YSL Woody to the hood because bro is a snitch. And then, even though he didn't think Woody was a snitch, and then when Young Thug gets revealed to be a snitch, radio silence for most of these thugs, most of these gangsters. But if you think about it, it makes perfect sense that they don't want to address Young Thug snitching in an objective way. It makes total sense that they would try to justify or rationalize or sweep Young Thug snitching under the rug. Because Young Thug is more of a representative of the degenerate, toxic nature of gangbanging and what it has descended into. And I'm not talking about the violence. I'm not talking about the violence. I'm talking about the homosexuality. I'm talking about the drug use. I heard somebody tell me, I saw somebody on I heard somebody sit on No Jumper and say that King Pill was gay for painting his nails, and the same person was glazing the hell out of Young Thug, damn near riding his cock about how he was so amazing, and bro, he held it down, and whoopty bam. So King Pill paints his nails, gay. Young Thug paints his nails, wears a dress, operates in a totally homosexual way, but he's cool and he's invited to the party. They worship the people who reflect who they are on the inside. Let me say that again. They worship the people who reflect who they are on the inside. They love Young Thug because he is openly as fruity as they wish they could be while continuing to carry this thug gangster persona. He is their avatar. He is their avatar. And Young Thug does what they would do if they were ever put in a situation like he was put in. But what they'll do is they'll roam the streets talking about how everyone's a snitch and no one's hard and no one's solid and no one's this and no one's that. And as soon as this dude that they love snitches, as soon as this dude that they love run around like he S&D, they making every excuse in the book. Guys, I hate to tell you this, but most of the thugs you guys love, they probably playing butt darts. More butt darts is being played by people who you think you know than I think any of you would be comfortable enough to admit. And Young Thug came out with some bullcrap apology. Oh, I'm sorry if I hurt anybody. I'm moving on with my life. He knows he's untouchable because the other queens who love and adore him, they would not dare say anything negatively about him or pull their support away from him because they love him. They adore him because he is them. But they just haven't built up the strength to come out the closet. That's what it is. That's what it has always been. These dudes tell y'all, somebody told me, yeah, somebody says about me, oh man, when had this dude ever went to the pen and went to jail? Bro, when have I ever went to go get my booty touched? You got dudes who are gangsters telling you that you ain't tough unless you didn't went to jail to have your rear end undressed visually by a bunch of other men. As a matter of fact, we may go into jail to put yourself at a greater risk of male on male homosexual assault. We made that a rite of passage in our community. You ain't really a man. You're not really a man unless you went in somewhere where you couldn't drop the soap. For multiple years, by the way. We think that that's a sign of somebody's toughness. We think continuously going back to jail, which I don't know no man who's straight, who love going to jail back to back to back to back to back. I don't know that. As a matter of fact, if you mess with a woman and she tell you that she like her booty play with, first thing you better ask her is, yeah, what's up with your exes? Where was they at? What was they at you? They're going to tell you, oh yeah, my ex was in and out of jail. He the first person I did this with. Yep, he playing with booty. He played with her booty and she liked it. And you know what he did? He might have had a beautiful woman on the outside that liked her booty fondled, but he wanted to get to where the real booty action was. Y'all ever saw that movie Life? Remember that fruity ass dude, the guy who was with Jangalang? Remember he killed himself before he got out of jail? He ran across the gun line, got shot because he couldn't go back to his mama like this. Dude, these dudes nowadays, they're so hopped up on drugs, they don't even care. They are depraved, homoerotic bandits who stay intoxicated and high constantly so that they could live with the things that they do behind closed doors. And Young Thug is their avatar. He is the physical manifestation of everything they are inside that they cannot admit to being in public. And am I homophobic? Of course not. I live in a gay community, as a matter of fact. But let me tell you about the gun line. And when I say gun line, I don't mean the real gun line from the movie Life. It's really going to be the gay line. But if I say that too much, they're going to ban this video. But we just going to call it the gun line. Let me tell you about the gun line. Why is it that every one of these thugs that y'all love and adore got some type of story revolving around them about the gun line? I don't got no stories circulating about me and my booty being fondled. And we treat it like it's normal. I remember I went to jail one time, bro. This is on everything I love. I'm not gonna say the gang because I'm gonna start some trouble. But it's an LA gang. These dudes on the. I'm in jail. I witnessed OGs from a certain hood beat up their own little homies, make them put Kool-Aid on their lips so they could look like females, and assault them sexually over and over again. I witnessed that. Now I didn't witness actual penetration, because the where I was, there was like a little stairwell you could like go down, and they went down that little stairwell, and they had their homies down there, and I heard some whimpering like a dog. So you know me being nosy, you know I think I'm tough and shit. I'm gonna go there and see what's happening. I wasn't gonna help him, but I just was gonna see. OG told me, he said, hey, homie, don't go down there. That's their business. I said, maybe you're right. Turned around, went and lay back on my bunk. I had some cookies. I had traded some. I had traded a apple and a peanut butter and jelly sandwich for cookies. I went back on my bunk and ate those damn cookies, and I minded my business. Right? This is a true story. This is a true story. And somebody had the audacity to tell me that I'm not a real man and I ain't really from somewhere because I didn't want to just continuously keep going back to those type of situations. I was in jail another time. You know how they say, oh, roll it up, roll it up, roll it up? Bro, on God in heaven, I was in a cell. I rolled it up. I rolled it up out of a cell. I didn't roll it up because I got beat up or I was scared. I rolled it up because some dudes, we were in a 4-man cell. 2 of those dudes jumped on one dude. They tied this dude up and put him under a bunk. I said, what? Yeah, I got to get moved up out of here. They telling me you good, homie, you straight. We ain't gonna mess with you. I don't even want to be in here for this. They arguing over something stupid like who been to the pen the most times. Who been to the pen the most times? Touch. Got dude in the chokehold from behind. Whoop dude up. Tied him up under the bunk. I said, it's time for me to go. I said, what the hell? Who wants to keep going back to situations like that? Who wants to keep going to situations like that? It's so funny because I saw the dude in court like 2-3 days later, bro, looking all whooped up, dust and cobwebs all over his hair and all that. And the story I heard was they was taking him out at night, getting his cheeks, and then beating him up and tying him back up and putting him back under there, and told him if he made a noise, they was gonna kill him. This is a story I heard after the fact. But when these people get out, they walk amongst you like vampires. You would never know the depravity that they have been involved in when they were on the inside. That's why whenever I'm around somebody, I'd be like, man, I was in jail for this. I'd be looking at them weird. Oh, you were? And I tilt my butt away from them. Oh, you were? Yeah. I'm a gangster because I was in jail 10 years. No, you wasn't. No, you ain't. You just have a higher likelihood of being a homosexual, a depraved, maniacal, predatory, almost actual than everybody else who hasn't been in jail as long as you. I know the truth. I know the truth. Y'all don't want to accept it. But they love it and they protect it. And that is the same spirit in which they protect Young Thug. Quiet is kept. Y'all so crazy. Y'all think that the HIV rate in Houston is skyrocketing because Santa Claus dropped it off for Christmas? Atlanta the same. LA is headed in that direction too. Oh yeah, the Boondocks episode with Tom. Look at this guy, Himothy. Shut up and fight, Brandon. Stop telling people how I'm secretly gay. Yeah, that's why they always out here trying to. Oh, I need a fake. They're hyper emotional and hyper aggressive because there's something about when a man lay with a man that hurts his manhood in a way to where he feels like he got to walk around and continuously prove himself. I remember I had a homeboy. I ain't gonna say his name. He went to my school. He went to Cabrillo High School with me. Bro was from 6-0. Gangster. I'm talking about gangster. Sticks and Stones. You know who I'm talking about. Gangster. I'm talking about the hardest nigga at the school. Hey, homie on 6-0 crib. Beat up a big ass Samoan. Bro was like a small dude, but buff. He was a boxer. Beat up a big old Samoan. On 6-0. We in high school, but he was cool with us because he played football with us. Well, he was going to till he went to jail. And that was his problem. He was in and out of jail, in and out of jail, in and out of jail. Let's keep it a buck. See, I didn't know back then what I know now. Why are you laughing, Sticks and Stones? You know who I'm talking about, huh? Yeah, he was the hardest dude ever till I saw his homie one day. His cousin. I said, where the bro at? I miss bro. Bro was a real gangster. His own cousin said, bro, I'm going to show you something you ain't never going to believe. I said, what is it? Bro pulled his phone out and showed me a video. Bro, this dude was taking straight meat from another man. I said, hell no, not the gangster. Not the gangster. He said, bro, I can't even look at this dude no more. I said, bruh. Funny thing is, like a couple years later, bro came to my job. I was working at an oil change place. Bro came in my job with a dude who looks fruity as hell, asking me to hook him up with a free oil change. On the strength that we knew each other, I hooked him up with the free oil change, but I kept it moving. Hey, bro, it's good seeing you, man. Much love. Stay safe. And this is a true story. I bet he loved the hell out of Young Thug. I got people coming, oh, show me where he snitched. Bro, there's a whole recording. There's a whole recording of Young Thug snitching. There's a whole recording of Young Thug snitching. I'm like, bro, what the heck? Why are y'all sitting up? There's a whole recording. Oh shoot, what did I do? There's a whole recording of Young Thug snitching. And you got people still saying, oh, prove that he snitched. Bro, I'm telling you, there's people out here, they don't even got paperwork. And people are swearing up and down they a snitch. We got this dude caught in the act on audio, telling the community that he's in. They've gone as far, because in the celebrity world, people be very hesitant to say anything. Dudes are literally changing their profile pic to bro in the form of a rat, saying he's a snitch. But you still got those people in denial. Prove that he snitched. This is what we do. This is what we do. Everything is wrong and you weird and this and that until somebody that we love do it. And now it's okay. That's why I keep telling y'all the street stuff was a Psy-Op. It was a trick to get you to accept the destruction of your community, the rapid decline of your community, to usher in gentrification. Don't tell on this dude who shot your cousin. Go get your revenge. And 90% of y'all are too bitch mates to go get the revenge, so the killer just roams the streets free. We so bad, dudes will be in the same room as somebody who did some crazy stuff to them or one of their own boys. It's all peace. It's all cool. It's all cool. But the same dude a day or two before was sitting up talking about F this and F that, and I'm a super gangster, and this and this and this and that and the third. The streets are over. The streets are over. And if you continuously walk around like somebody who's all about the streets, you look and sound dumb. Now you got dudes who got good six-figure salary jobs out here pretending to be gangbangers, out here pretending like they about to go gangster on you. It's so crazy to me. And y'all just buying it. Straight up actors. If they can't get some young gullible child to do it for them, it ain't gonna get done because they not gonna do it. So why do we even entertain this nonsense? Young Thug was a warning to you. The minute they accepted him with his dress and his painted nails, you knew the streets were done. And in the worst place too, the South. The South, where women go and say, I'm gonna find me a real man. It became the hotbed of the fruity activity and the snitching and the spread and rapid rise of AIDS. They used to call that back in the day the Bible Belt, where black folks still have sense and a sense of community. Why is it that it hit all this nonsense, hit that place like it was ground zero? Because Negroes are selective. Negroes are arbitrary. Your granny threw your cousin out because your cousin was a tomboy and she thought she was gay. She threw her out the house. Now your granny sitting up in church clapping and praising with a choir director who's a transvestite. Am I lying? San Francisco has nothing on Atlanta's level of fruitiness. You will not see a man walking around in high heels in jeans with a goatee and a weave in San Francisco. You might see some drag queens on a specific street for a drag show. And this is what we do. Gee the God. Now, because I'm calling out nonsense and he looks fruity, because I'm calling out nonsense, I suddenly hate black people. As if being black is synonymous with this type of behavior. You see what I'm saying? And that's what people who are like this like to do. They like to project who they are onto everybody else. What you mean? Name one lie that I told. Name one lie that I've told. Don't hate you because you look better than me. Maybe you do look better than me. You also look gayer than me. What? It's semantics. Because I don't take pictures like this. Look at me. I'm a fairy. If that's what it takes to be pretty, I guess I'm never gonna win any beauty competitions. Yo, Costa, guys, the link is in the chat. What up, man?
What up? I'm just practicing my Young Thug pose.
Do you guys have this pandemic in Chicago with the rise of the fruity gangsters?
The free what?
The fruity gangsters.
Oh man, that's always been a thing, bro. Gangsters and gays go hand in hand like peanut butter and jelly.
And is it like the more gay you are, the more gangster you are?
I would say yes, there is a strong correlation. The more gangster you are, 9 times out of 10, the more gay you are. Like I got these people in my family too, bro. Like they BD crazy, and them niggas gay. Like they be in and out of prison since they was like, kid. Like Juvie started with Juvie and then in and out of prison since 18. Like ain't never spent 2 years out of prison, bro. Like and they like 36, 37, going on 40 right now. And
soon as they get out, trying to figure out a way to go back.
Nigga, like go on high speed chases with the police just to get thrown back in there. Like working hard to get back in there. Like he missing it, whoever up in there, Like,
I mean, you risking everything, and you might not even see the person you looking for when you go back in there.
For real, man. Hey, they got so many little eunuchs in there, bro. Like, might not run into him, but at the same time, they might do. He might end up for a little while, and you going back to him. Like Lil J. You know Lil J from Chicago?
Nope.
So Lil J was like, he was FBG Duck friend, right? This dude got out of prison, I want to say a couple of months after Duck got killed. And it was already allegations that he had a little boyfriend while he was in there. All of the footage, I don't know who released the footage, but he literally in there smacking these dudes on their ass, bro. Like,
hey, Too Clutch, you got to show your face while you in the back chat to come up.
Like he at the club, Like
he was.
And this is they call him the Chirac Wolverine. He really like that.
He really gangster.
And I heard he can fight too. I already got them motherfuckers.
Really gangster and really gay. That's crazy, man.
Hey, Charleston been spitting on this, bro. Like Charleston been spitting on this for a while, and he been touching on that Young Thug case too.
The funny thing is, everything Charleston White says is things that we already know. Charleston White say some people act so shocked. Guys, we know. We know. It's like the little gay kid in your family. You know bro gonna be gay when he grow up. You knew since he was 6 years old. You knew when he said he was gonna have to kick off his shoes and fight you.
No, we was trying to get him to play with the G.I. Joe dolls, but he want to play with Barbie.
Bro crying because you taking the Barbie away from him. Bro walking around in his mama high heels and all the women, oh, he's so cute. He's just playing. Nah, he ain't playing. Then bro grow up to be fruity like, and then they want you to act surprised. You maybe go talk to him. Hell no.
B, how many gay people can you count in your family?
Suspected or for sure?
Let's do suspected.
Suspected, probably about 4.
4?
For sure. That's for sure. 4 in my family suspected. For sure, 1. And that's my nephew. He's gay for sure.
He came out, I'm gay.
Yes. Hey, and still be smashing girls too.
He double dipping?
Bro, double dip, bro. Get the chicks for the money and the dudes for the honey. Man. I mean, that's what he told me.
That's why them STDs through the roof, bro. Like, nah, ain't none of that double dipping.
Listen, bro, this man is flamboyantly gay. Any girl messing with him, ain't no way he gonna hide it. Ain't no way he gonna. I'm talking about makeup.
They really don't care.
They don't care. That's like their little best friend. Driving them around and shit. I'm like, bro, are you serious right
now? Yeah, man.
But hey, bro, I said, bro, I asked bro straight up because he was with this fine ass girl one time. I was like, what's the situation with her? I'm like, y'all be messing around? He was like, sometimes. I said, he's like, she just be driving me everywhere I want to go. I was like, damn, this dude is a gay player.
Yeah, it's like everybody I knew in my family. It's like when I got older and I figured out like they was gay, it's like it made sense. Like, okay, that's why I could never figure this nigga out, you know?
Bro, I'm
That's
gonna
why I
tell you
was
the
always
coldest part. Let me tell you the coldest part. Bro had a little white boyfriend. I guess when they was in high school, senior year. I see the little white boy now. He got a black girlfriend. I'm like, I wonder did this little girl know that bro was over here eating meat a couple of months ago.
I'm pretty sure she do. She don't care.
It's weird out here. It's weird out here, bro.
That's that pansexual shit.
But do you see Young Thug in his dress? This is long before a Rico indictment. Why is King Pill gay and he's ostracized for painting his nails, but this dude is the epitome of thug life for the black community?
Brandon, I swear I never listened to Young Thug.
I like the song Check.
That man,
the only song I ever listened to by Young Thug is Check, and then my boy put me on to the song Ghetto in his tiny desk. That was it. He did a
Wait, that's him in that dress?
That's Young Thug in that dress, bro.
I mean, I know he gay, but
no, this is a thug. This is a thug. This is a hardcore thug in the black community. This is the epitome of masculinity. Women are lining up to sleep with him, and men wish they could be him.
He be making people wipe their nose. He's slime. Everybody want to be slime.
I'm telling you straight up. Am I lying? Who gonna tell me I'm lying? And Ali, am I lying? Am I lying? Or was Black?
You hear me?
Yeah, free thug this, thug that.
Nah, I mean that dude he been on that gay ass shit though.
But so why is our community worshiping this dude as some type of like super masculine gangster?
But it's been like that in the hip hop community. They always be worshiping these dudes that's suspect as hell. So that shit ain't nothing new. I even ran into a dude that claimed to be part of his little thing, and this dude, I mean, let's just say he got caught out doing some gay shit on the low by his girl. So all them dudes do that type of shit, man.
Bro, I promise you, until I started working at No Jumper, I have never talked to so many dudes who claim to be gangster and thugs from other states who, when I talk to them, they sound and speak like straight homosexuals, bro.
But you looking bad out here, yo. That's why I hit the link, bro. You looking bad out here in these streets, man. I ain't even gonna lie to you.
What street specifically?
the martial arts streets, man. Shit.
You do martial arts?
Yeah.
What martial art do you do?
I did a little jiu-jitsu until I got my MCL fucked up, and now I just do Muay Thai now. Yeah.
Wait a minute, Muay Thai is harder on your MCL than jiu-jitsu, man. Stop.
It depends, because everybody's trying to do leg locks now, so I got my shit twisted up. So it really depends, you know.
So you couldn't hang in jiu-jitsu?
Nah, it's not that. It's
so he went to an easier sport, Muay Thai.
Nah, trust me, the gym I was at ain't no joke. There's people in the UFC have my gym.
No, everyone said everyone has. So these same streets that you said I'm looking bad in, you just said
no.
Hold on, wait.
You looking bad.
Calm down.
Go ahead.
I'm just going off what you said. I know you black, so you're gonna try to walk it back and say something else to move to go, but that's okay. I'm gonna let you do that. But look, I want to go just by what you said at first. So you said I'm looking bad in these streets. You said jiu-jitsu, Brazilian jiu-jitsu is no joke. The same streets you said I'm looking bad in, they said Brazilian jiu-jitsu is gay. It's not real. Brazilian jiu-jitsu dudes are soft, can't win in a fight. So if you're saying I'm looking bad in these streets, but you do jiu-jitsu, these streets are basically.
Let me clarify.
Hey, jiu-jitsu niggas can take
a beat. I'm not saying jiu-jitsu. Yeah, the dudes that I be seeing on No Jumper that you be talking to clearly don't know shit about jiu-jitsu. So I just be laughing at it, and I do be on your side when it comes to that, because they have no idea what they talking about. Now the dude that was allegedly trying to run the fade with you, he knows jiu-jitsu. So everybody who does martial arts know that he was scared. Like, you know what I mean? He might not be scared to run a fade, but he definitely scared to go by jiu-jitsu or MMA. He's not trying to do any of that, because everybody who does that knows that you got the size advantage, and you is going to use that jiu-jitsu and MMA, and he's not going to have a chance. So He knows that, we know that. But what I'm saying is you looking bad because a lot of people don't understand martial arts. So they're just looking at it like you scared and you running from a fade and this, that, and the third. But that's what you're looking bad in.
I'm looking bad according to the perspective of a bunch of people who are ignorant.
Yeah, I mean, this is the game you're in. You're in the content creation game. So in that game, they got you, bro. You taking L's out here. Not
If
first with the
you if
boxing
you
match, then
if you look
with this
if you look
situation,
at if you look at what an ignorant person think and say based on what they think you taking an L, I mean, there's a lack of maturity there because these people are ignorant. I don't care what they think, honestly.
yes, but
They,
ignorance is
they
running
keep
is running
watching.
the internet.
And ignorance is making me a bunch of money. I didn't even have to make YouTube videos last month, barely. And I still made almost $1,000 on YouTube on top of what I made at No Jumper because these fools run to my channel. My subscribers is going up quick with these dudes just hating on me.
Yeah, but I mean, something you do personally when it comes to jujitsu, that still is messing up your reputation when you got people saying you got stolen valor, and then Jim's gonna start knowing who you are. Oh, we don't want this dude at our
it,
gym.
As a person who does jujitsu, do you truly believe I have stolen valor?
I don't. What I'm saying is when you're making a name
so
for
what
yourself in a
matters is the
bad way.
people. Listen, so this is a fake hip hop community, right? Where people pretend to care about hip hop, but it's really about like the gangs and street culture. How does what they think impact my image in the jiu-jitsu community? I
don't really care about hip hop.
Bro, hold on real quick. But hold on real quick. I'm still getting the same private lessons I've been getting. People still asking me to come teach at their school. They want me to be an instructor there. I mean, I'm trying to figure out what my boy wants me to come to his gym.
Because just like you were saying before, you said that they're messing with your lineage, and I agree. But the problem is
that was one person. That was one person.
Yeah, but that one person can make a difference.
No, he can't.
Because if they're calling up gyms asking about you, it's still gonna make you look bad regardless. Because they're gonna be like, "Oh, this dude is in drama. We don't want him at our gym."
The same dude, the same gym, because he only called one gym. The same gym that he called, that they hit me up yesterday and today and was like, "Hey, you coming to train?" They thought I was going to come there and train because of what transpired. Because they like training with me. Because I get to train with all the big guys. And the little guys, they be like, "Man, we ain't trying to have to be stuck training with all these big guys." So when the bigger, lower belts come on Saturdays and Sundays and want to roll hard, they like roll with Brandon. And I make it easier for them. So the relationships that I've built, I've had for years already, even before the internet. I was on the internet. Those relationships are not going to be, those ties are not going to be severed because some idiot called the gym and was like, he's trying to set up underground fights. That's not going to make me look bad. That's going to make him look bad. And that's what happened. They said, bro, sounds unhinged. Just don't bring him to this gym. That's all they said. Don't bring him to the gym. We want to keep people like that away from our gym.
What you think about Taekwondo?
I mean, it's cool.
I think Taekwondo was more so for show.
No, because one time I was in an MMA class and I was going up against this dude who was like, he was an Olympic alternate in Taekwondo. The power of Taekwondo is that when those dudes can do like a spinning roundhouse kick, a jumping roundhouse kick, spin kick in like a small space. So you think you got them cornered, and next thing you know, boop, boop, they hit you with a spinning kick in your damn solar plex, and you're on your knees. That happened to me.
Hey, the dude Yair Rodriguez
was on the Mexican. This dude was on a Mexican Olympic alternate, bro. He dropped me to my knees, and he was
Olympics.
He was a Mexican Olympic alternate. So for the Mexican Olympic team for Taekwondo, he was an alternate. So he wasn't good enough to be on the main team, but he still flew out just in case somebody got hurt or injured or whatever. And that guy, dude, he dropped me to my knees. Bro wasn't even big. He jumped and spin, boom, dropped me. I had him up against the wall too. And bro,
yeah, but in MMA, in MMA, if you know someone got that in their arsenal, you could watch out for that. And that's pretty.
Yeah, I had no clue.
Well, no, I mean Yair Rodriguez, he is probably the best Taekwondo striker in the UFC. And I mean, the thing is, it's like it's primarily kicks.
Anybody who's practicing something for years and years and years, they're dangerous because a kick could knock you straight out. Hard, easier than a fist. So you get caught with that head kick, you're going out, and it don't matter how big.
Yeah, I work on my kicks.
Look at Vitor Belfort versus Anderson Silva. He dropped him with a straight kick to the chin, and Vitor Belfort was a beast. Anderson
He was on
destroyed him.
roids too.
Man, Buffy. All right, guys, let's get back on topic. And Ali. So why is it so hard for these gangsters to admit that Young Thug is a snitch? Do you think it lies in the secret down low?
Well, let me say this too. Like with the Young Thug thing, there's a lot of black women who support these down low dudes, but they try to act like they don't. But they support these dudes. They give these dudes play. So that has a lot to do with it too.
Don't blame it on black women because it's a bunch of dudes out here supporting them.
No, I was about to say that, and then the dudes will see that and say, "Oh shit, he's wearing a dress, and that's what you got to do. That's what it is. Okay, I'm gonna do that too."
So a man is wearing a dress to get women?
No, that's not what I'm saying. Women are into all that fashion stuff. So if somebody like Young Thug, he could do it anyway because he got money. So the thing is, girls is gonna rock with him anyways. But what I'm saying is, when the young dudes see that and see that the girls is giving him play, and let's be real, a lot of black women do support gay dudes. That's their main friends.
But what I'm saying
is these dudes.
But what I'm saying is these gangsters, these dudes who like, yeah, I'm from the street dudes. Dudes who tell me, Brandon, you ain't no street dudes.
Who do they hang out with the most?
Other street
you gotta
dudes.
think about it like that. They hang out with other dudes all day. You feel me? So just by that, it's kind of like you hanging out with a bunch of men all day. You know what I'm saying? A lot of fatherless men. These dudes gonna do some suspect shit.
So would you say my assertion is wait? Would you say my assertion is correct about these dudes can't condemn Young Thug because many of them are involved in the same type of lifestyle he is in? And he's like an avatar, like a representative.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I agree with you with that.
Brandon, let's go to G to God. We going to G to God. We're going in line. G to God, Master Lee, then you two, Clutch Pop TV. Go ahead, G to God.
All I was gonna say is the only people that's supporting Young Thug is the people that he put money into their pockets. People that won't condemn him because they are also blood, and just basically because they like his music. That's the only people that's still supporting him.
I understand what you're saying there, and that's why a lot of even these dudes in LA are not gonna condemn Young Thug, because when dudes like Young Thug come to town, these dudes want to be invited to all this stuff that's going on around them. After I seen some stuff, my boy Creep, he was talking about an after party for some dude who's out here, some rapper or singer or something. And it's like, not saying that they're gay or anything, but what I'm saying is like, there's a whole economy that exists around these celebrities. And so when they come to a certain city, they tap in with certain people, and those people basically can make a bag off of that person's presence. This is why you're going to have a lot of these so-called gangsters defending them, supporting them, like these dudes got on Seti Nash for bringing YSL Woody, but YSL Woody ain't bringing no paper like Thug is. Those same dudes will let Young Thug go straight into their neighborhood. They will take him there and they'll be like, it's cool, everything is good, don't mess with him. It's just totally arbitrary. Even though we got this guy on audio straight up snitching.
Yeah.
Why is that, G to God?
I think folks' career over with too.
Nah.
I just told you. It's because they represent. They either represent.
This dude
it's mainly because
this dude said lies, Brandon. LA don't support this BS. Y'all supported Kendrick Lamar and them booty pants at the Super Bowl. Shut up. Go ahead, G to God.
But this dude still listening to Young Thug anyway.
Wait, let G to God go.
No.
G to God, your response, and then we're going to Master Lee.
Yeah, no, I was just saying that's exactly why they do what they do, because either they represent Damu themselves, or Thug helping them out some type of way, or they looking for a feature, or shit. A lot of hell. If we're gonna be honest, it seems like, and this is just my opinion, it seems like a lot of the guys out there in California that's gang members, they hypocrites anyway, because they partner that they hang out with every day, they can do some of the most heinous things, and they still just gonna represent them just because that's their boy or they grew up with them or anything like that. But let it be somebody from the opposite side of the track do the same thing that they homeboy did, then they gonna talk bad about them, they gonna bash them, and they gonna condemn them. So
I
a
agree
lot
with
of
you.
guys out there in Cali, based off what I see, is a lot of people just pick sides and play selective politics.
Now, I agree with you, but Bobby is saying New York and Los Angeles used to stand for something in hip hop. Bro, all the most fruitiest stuff is going down in the South. All the most ridiculous stuff is going with the violence is going down in the Midwest. Why do we try to isolate this to specific places when this is a common theme in all black hubs around the country? Bro, have y'all seen the first 48? They haven't even had to leave Atlanta yet. I mean, Louisiana yet, because dudes out there snitching so damn bad. That whole show is based in New Orleans, basically. And they don't got to go nowhere else because that's the high rate of snitching. So what I'm noticing is the more gangster and more of a killer you are, the more the likelihood of you snitching. That's what it sounds like to me. But my only problem is, why is it the killers and the gangsters that have to snitch? Why isn't it the law abiding citizens that are snitching on these degenerates? They're snitching on each other. So why do you feel like you're obligated not to snitch on them? Pookie then shot up the neighborhood 50 times. Tell on his ass. Because when he murders somebody, he gonna tell on when he murders somebody and get caught, he gonna tell on everybody anyway. Am I wrong? Am I wrong? G the God?
No, you're not wrong, but one thing that you gotta understand. One thing that you have to understand is a lot of these gangsters, street dudes, shit like that. Everybody wanna make the money. Everybody want the street cred. Everybody want eyes on them and stuff like that. But nobody, if you got enough brain cells in your mind, actually wants to go to jail. So at the end of the day, that's why you have to pick and choose who you do your dirt with and everything, because everybody is not built solid. And if you go out and make money with certain people, man, you best believe they got something that they want to live for. So when it goes down to hitting that interrogation room or hitting them cells or something like that, they're gonna tell, because they just want to go home to their family, and that goes to show that they really not built for the lifestyle that they trying to live. But everybody want to portray that they built for their lifestyle.
No, I believe you are 100% right. Hold No, I believe it. Somebody in the comments said, "Oh, because they got to go to work, bro. You ain't got to go to work that bad when somebody's shooting up your neighborhood every night and your damn son can't walk home from school because he's getting bullied by the local thugs with guns and switches." No, go make a police report. All I'm saying, guys, is if these thugs can snitch on each other once they get caught, why are law-abiding citizens ostracized and condemned for snitching or encouraged not to snitch when it's those people who have to deal with the residual impact of these violent degenerates roaming their community? Like, the no snitching stuff is over, bro. These people are snitching on each other. So why wouldn't you tell on them?
Everybody followers, man. Everybody wanna seem like they live by some type of street code that they don't live by. They too busy watching all these YouTube videos and listening to all this music. Somebody child acting up.
Somebody screaming. Right. That's okay. We love the kids on this channel. We get it. So that's all I'm
Oh yeah.
saying. Everybody wants to try to claim to live by this street code. about that, guys. But yeah, so it's like we want to live by this street code, and I'm just like, bro, if you ain't from the streets, why are you trying to live by some street code? And even if you are from the streets, once you get to a certain age, at what point do you say, look, man, the street code is cool and all that, but I got mouths to feed, I got kids to raise, and I can't raise those kids if I'm out here dodging bullets? When does it be okay? When does it become okay to say something to law enforcement to save your neighborhood or to make your neighborhood better? That would be a good question. Let me know.
It's
2
different
Clutch
though,
Pop TV. I want 2 Clutch Pop TV to answer that question for me. 2 Clutch Pop TV. Okay, I'm taking him down. Why 9 Righteous Minds? What's up, my brother?
What's going on, man?
Ooh, something's going on with your mic.
You sure it's not yours?
I don't think it has anything to do with it. Okay.
Yeah, something's going on with your mic, Righteous Minds. Okay, go ahead.
I don't think it has anything to do with the age. I don't think it's an age thing. I think it's just a mental thing. Only
Like
right, because at the end of the day, right is wrong is wrong. Yes. At the end of the day, right is right and wrong is wrong. If somebody crosses you, then you have to deal with that accordingly. And hell, depending on the maturity of your mind, depends on how you gonna deal with that situation.
Right. So, all right, you know this dude, you knew this dude since you was younger. You might be from the local gang, right? Let's say that. Like, I like to use the movie Juice as an example. When Bishop went crazy and started killing everybody. Do you think Rashid and them should have snitched on him?
Man, I'm trying to recollect that scene in my. I'm trying to recollect that scene in my head right now. It's been a while since I seen it, but
They should have
It
took him out.
wouldn't be snitching because they wasn't criminals, man. It was
They were criminals. They were criminals. They were criminals. Remember, they robbed the store.
anytime you out here in these streets, regardless on if you're a gangbanger or not, anytime you out here in these streets doing street activity, that automatically has to come with a certain type of code. And a lot of people just don't want to live by that code because they're too scared of going to jail. So then it's like, why are you even out here, doing street activities if you're scared of the consequences that comes behind it?
I don't know if there's so much that they're afraid of going to jail. I think that the code is just arbitrary. The code only applies to certain people. There's people even in my city, even in LA, where this dude snitched. He's put off the hood, but then another dude snitched, and they like, oh, that's the homie. I mean, dude's own paperwork, and they like, that's the homie. And usually it revolves around some type of money, like if bro got the work or something like that. All is well. All is accepted.
Yo, is my mic good now?
Yeah, you good.
All right.
Why is it like that, G to God? The code, but the code only applies to certain people. I'm not mixing up 2 movies. That's the movie Juice.
I just want to add my piece.
Everybody just gotta have an understanding of what's going on around you. That's like me and my buddies.
Yeah, why now your mic is going crazy?
I just want to set the record straight as far as people keep saying like Kibi. I just want to set the record.
Go ahead.
Straight as far as people keep saying like Young Thug snitching or whatever. Like when I watched the video, it just showed me like he was really just trying to spin them people. So everybody keep calling him snitch. Like we gotta start being in reality more. I feel like shout out to Thug too because I watched the interview.
No, when he said that like, when they
focusing on reality some more.
But listen, no,
I don't appreciate.
No, listen, no, because when they asked about the tour bus getting shot at, they didn't even ask about that. And Young Thug volunteered like, oh yeah, the tour bus. They saying whoop-de-whoop shot at the tour bus. That's snitching, bro. That's snitching. You saying a name and saying that person
Yeah,
shot
because
at a
it just
tour bus.
had happened.
It doesn't matter whether it just happened or not. You literally told on someone who was supposed to be your friend.
And he got the audacity to
Did
say
y'all?
something about Gunna.
But like you
I mean, Master Lee, do
said,
you
like
agree
being
with
in
that?
that world, like, full like system and like. Plus, I want to add too. Somebody in the comments said like when Los Angeles fell off and when New York fell off, New York has never fell off. LA has never fell off. Kendrick Lamar is going crazy, and Joey Badass is going crazy. So people got to
No,
stop with that.
I
It's just
understand that. I understand that,
the
but I feel
level of
like people. I feel like
promotion
people are trying to
of
mix
these
criminality with the music aspect.
whack ass artists, Atlanta artists, whatever.
Your mic is cutting
Why
in
he
and
got
out.
on a shiesty?
I don't know, but his mic is cutting in and out. I don't know what's going on with that. But yeah, I don't know about the falling
You
off
said
and
why I got on
stuff.
a shiesty because I'm Master Lee.
He's Master Lee. He got a ninja mask
I got on a babushka too.
a
I
babushka.
got on a babushka too.
Babushka.
Hey, Master
But
Lee,
this is a part of my
what
aesthetic,
martial
though.
arts form did you say you practice? What martial arts form did you say that you practice?
I practice. Oh, that
Master
was
Lee?
you I was talking to, huh?
Yeah, that was me you was talking to. Now,
That
what
was you
martial arts form did you say that
with
you
the three
practice?
bow staff.
Man, come on, answer the question, my boy.
You had. That's what I was saying. You had questioned my
Yes, that was
skills,
me with the
right?
three
And I
sectional bow
asked you, did
staff.
you see my performance? Because I performed on here. Brandon will tell you I
Bro, I
got
just
skills,
asked you a
bro.
question. I just
So
asked you
you
what
could
form of martial arts do you practice?
you can't
That's
talk
all I'm
to a
asking.
master like that.
Okay, well, never mind. Continue with the. Let's
Right,
move
because you
on past the deflection.
okay, so
Is my mic good now?
yeah,
Yeah, your mic is
I'm a
good.
real rapper. Yeah. I don't like how everybody's ganging up on Spider. Everybody gotta stop ganging
Bro, I asked you
up
what
on
form of
Spider. Like
martial arts do you practice?
Man, hold on. Ganging up. Hold on. Stay on topic. Ganging up on who? Okay. Go ahead, Y9.
but I asked you a question too.
Hold on, guys. Y'all taking too long to respond. Go ahead, Y9. Unmute your mic.
What
It's
what am I
okay.
commenting about?
You whatever you was gonna say earlier.
No, I was gonna say the reason why I probably like I don't like how people are not calling out the hypocrisy, right? So like when Young Thug snitches, right? It's not as much hate as it was for 6ix9ine when he snitched. He got cut off by the entire industry. Everyone was calling him out every day, bashing him online. And I don't know, man. I just don't see the energy for Young Thug, and I'm also trying to figure out why.
Because that's the thing. 6ix9ine didn't carry the homosexual image like Young Thug did. I'm telling you, these gay people are very clannish, and they stick together no matter what. And these dudes are gay. That's why they defend Thug at all costs. I noticed the same thing. And if you really want to know what 6ix9ine did, wasn't even as bad as what Thug did, because those bloods were actually threatening 6ix9ine's life. Those dudes had like smashed his girlfriend. They were like on a humiliation campaign with 6ix9ine. I would have told on their ass too. Thug was the leader, bro. Thug was the boss. Thug was Pauly and Goodfellas, bro. And he told. He not only told, he was like, it was like he was throwing out like lesser. Who is these little kids? Not too many little kids, guys. We get demonetized. Come on now. Thug is Thug. We see very cute baby, but we cannot have too many little kids up here. But Thug, he was the boss in tow, and it was almost like he was throwing like lesser dudes to the feds in an attempt to get himself off. Because even when he talked about old boy who shot at that tour bus, I don't feel like Thug did that on accident. Bro is a very intelligent individual. He didn't just slip up and say that, bro.
Yeah,
He
bro,
might have
but
said that in a way to where he could walk it back later,
Right.
but nah. But go ahead,
he didn't
Wyatt.
bring up he
And
didn't
I
bring up
think
Roscoe, Brandon.
Wait a minute. Go ahead. He did.
No, look. So, look. This is what I want
Wait,
to
who
start
is
with.
this,
Y'all,
Mello?
yeah.
Mello, why are we?
Okay,
Okay, go ahead. I'm gonna let you talk. Go ahead.
okay. He didn't bring up the shooting. When they brought him in, they questioned him on the shooting. So, I don't know if y'all know, Roscoe was already in jail because of the shooting.
doesn't
He
matter,
was already
bro. If
locked
you're
Was
a
up
he
for it.
thug, if you're a
convicted?
thug,
So
Was
bro, you're a
Roscoe
thug.
he
convicted?
wasn't
Hold
he
on, real
wasn't
quick.
convicted. But
Let me ask. Okay,
when he said they say, it was because he was already arrested for it. So he was just speaking generally, like that's what they saying. But he didn't. Like, why would he? He was defending him, saying, why would he shoot him up if he sold him drugs? That was the spinning part. But he didn't say like I said it. He was already locked up for it. So the world did say it technically.
My
So
thing
that's
is,
why I would
bro,
say he didn't snitch.
no.
bro, if you're a thug, bro, you're not even supposed to like even be talking to the
No,
police
that's
to
a hundred.
begin with,
That's
bro.
100%
Where's
agree.
my
I
lawyer?
agree with that, bro. No, I agree with
Where's
all
my
that for
lawyer?
sure.
So like anything he said, like him even talking in there, automatically makes him a
He was
snitch.
wrong.
And I was gonna say after Brandon was finished, I would argue that Young Thug snitching is worse than what 6ix9ine did. Like he said, I would tell y'all everything y'all need to know. Just don't tell the world. All 6ix9ine did was say, what did he say again? He had to admit to something like that they were a gang or some shit like that. I mean, what Young Thug did was just way worse than what 6ix9ine did, and he's not getting no bash for it, man.
Do you realize when you said he literally was like Roscoe shot the tour bus? Then he was like, "Oh, they say," or "That's what they saying." He basically snitched and then tried to
Yeah,
walk it back by saying it was what someone else said. Listen, bro,
but
if you the homie,
that still makes him a snitch.
if you the homie, don't sit in front of the police and talk about me at all.
Yeah,
My case is in. I'm on trial. I'm in court. Let the shit play out how it's going to. We don't need you alluding to nothing because they'll take that little snippet, play that shit in court, and you'll be cooked.
That whole one sentence he said about "I'll tell you whatever you want, just don't tell the world." That one sentence alone tells you anything you need to know. So I don't even understand why this whole is Young Thug a snitch situation even a question anyway. Because that one sentence alone tells you everything you need to know.
I keep saying Young Thug is these dudes' avatar.
yeah.
They see themselves in him and they want to believe that they could be fruity, paint their nails, and do all this other stuff and still be considered thugs. Because I'm trying to tell you, listen, dudes think because you could carry a gun with a switch on it and you willing to pull a trigger, you're a thug. So,
Nah,
but a lot of these dudes are just wimps, scared to fight, scared of their own shadow. So, in with feminine tendencies. So if you a dude with a feminine tendencies, but you're hyper emotional, right? You're super combative, like like how a lot of fruity dudes usually are. How, what are you looking for? You're looking for validation. Thug is these people validation. That's why when you speak against them, they ready to take your damn head off.
In this situation, you also have to understand that the whole name Young Thug is nothing more than a moniker anyway, because if you've seen the pictures of Young Thug from way back in the day when he was growing up, the dude was already zesty at the time. He just wasn't wearing dresses and stuff. But that's not to say that zesty dudes can't be thugs. I ain't saying that.
Somebody said, why was Young Thug on trial if he snitched? Because he hadn't snitched yet and he hadn't took a plea deal yet.
The name sucked.
People really don't know how trial and stuff work. Y'all will say, I'm not a street dude. Brandon ain't ever whoopty whoopty bam. Bro, I know how trials work. Mute up. Yeah, mute up. I know how trials work. I've been on trial before. Somebody said I even have a criminal record. I pulled it up in 2 seconds. Like, so Yeah, I think it's just a high level of ignorance in our community when it comes to the legal system, and I just think Y9 was saying, it's just pure hypocrisy. Now you need all this proof, and it's so funny how if you like somebody, if black folks like somebody, you need all this proof to convince them. Say black people don't like me, Point Shoot come say he's a fake black belt. Everyone believes it just because Point Shoot said it because they don't like me. But if it's Thug and we got him on audio snitching, oh no, you looking at it wrong. No, I'm looking at it right. You just selective politicking at the end of the day. Let me read these super chats real quick, and we're gonna go back around and get everybody's final thoughts. Shout out to my boy Robert Lee Williamson for holding it down on the super chat. $20 holler, Brandon. Why should I play fair if everyone else is playing unfair? Should I start being evil to meet ends? Robert Lee, no. Always stick to who you are, man. Don't ever do something because somebody else is doing it. You will eventually end up on top. Facts. Robert Lee Williamson again, $10 holler. At this point, anything goes. The planet is stupid. Just do what you need to do to survive and have salvation by Jesus Christ. I ain't gonna lie, black people be rejecting religion and we don't need God and we don't need this. At this point, man, anything that helps you be better than what you are is worth a shot. Cause I'm looking at a black dude straight murder a white woman on a train or a bus. Just demonic, man. Just pulled out a knife, stood up, and stabbed this lady in her neck.
Bro, I seen that, bro, and it's like no outrage at all.
Black people don't even care, bro.
Yeah.
We should be calling for his head, bro. Do you know how savage that makes us look? Do you know how savage that makes us look? Have you guys seen that? We could touch on that real quick. I want to get y'all opinions on that too after we do these super chats. Robert Lee Williamson again. If Kamala Harris had won, we would be dead by now or before now. We would be in a total. If Kamala Harris had won, we would be in World War III right now. No, like full stop. We would be in World War III right now because those people are beholden to warmongers. Shout out to my boy for the $5 hour. Dang, Robert Lee Williamson, you dropping dough tonight. What is Brandon's favorite food? $10 holler. Steak, ribeye steak. And I like it with salad, and I like it with au gratin potatoes. Preferably from this place called The Ranch in Anaheim. Excellent. Not on no gay shit, but who is your favorite music artist of all time? That would probably R&B singer R. Kelly, followed by Luther Vandross. Rapper, that's a tough one. I probably have to go with like DMX, Common, like Tupac a lot. And I like this group.
For the R. Kelly shout out though, folks.
I fuck with R. Kelly. That's my dog.
That's the Kelly.
I don't care about these hoes. No, I'm just kidding. Let me get this one. Rad 7. Tariq Nasheed is gay for sure. That's not even a question, bro. Come on, man. Any Negro smack his lips that much, you know he got some sugar in his tank. Yeah. But we accept it. Black folks accept it.
Yeah, Tariq gay for sure. All that bussy talk, yeah, he gay for sure.
Man, fruitier than a Mexican fruit stand, dude. That dude is fruity. But yeah. So have you guys heard about this situation? Thug's a snitch. We've established that. Have you guys heard about this situation with this guy who stabbed this lady on this train?
The Ukrainian?
Yeah, like as much as I can't stand Ukrainian immigrants, I don't condone this.
Yeah.
Me either, man.
It's actually insane, like.
But like I know that black people deep down inside will be like, oh, but y'all don't know what she did to him. She literally just sat there. She literally just
No, but what I was saying was his explanation for doing it, bro. It should sound like mental health issues, bro. Like somebody, it's a substance in my body that is controlling my movements and thoughts, and That sound like mental health
Yeah.
issues, man.
No. That's what
Let,
they're trying to say, is that like he has a past. He has a past of schizophrenia and mental health issues. I mean, you can see in the video when
wait,
she's
wait,
about to
Yeah,
guys,
get.
wait,
because she
wait,
didn't do
guys,
anything
wait,
to
wait,
him, bro.
guys,
She just
wait,
sat
wait,
down.
guys, wait. Let's watch the video. Then when the video play, let's all go around round table and comment on the video. All right. Let's watch the video first. Because I'll probably clip this down and use it as a shorter video with all y'all input. So people then the internet can get familiar with y'all and stuff, which is cool, man. I don't know why we don't do more panels to help people get recognition, but let's start it here.
Today, horrifying breaking news out of Charlotte. Cats officials have released surveillance video of the deadly stabbing on a light rail in South End. The recent random attack has renewed security concerns on public transit in the Charlotte area. And because the video is so disturbing and violent, we're choosing not to show it in its entirety. Queen City News anchor Robin Kennedy joining us here in the studio to give us more on this breaking development. Robin.
Right, Alicia, and the part of the video that we are showing you is just incredibly hard to watch. We do want to give you just a moment to look away if you think you might need to before we show this video. And we are choosing to air part of the video so that people can understand how random this attack was and how it just could have been anyone on that light rail. The suspect, DeCarlos Brown, is already on the light rail when the victim, Irina Zarutska, gets on Friday, August 22nd, right around 10 p.m. Brown sits behind her for about 4.5 minutes. He doesn't seem to look in her direction at all, doesn't even seem to notice she's there until suddenly, out of nowhere, he pulls out a knife. Zarutska has no idea what's coming. The suspect quickly stabs her 3 times and then just walks off as if nothing happened, leaving her to die. So sad. And Brown changes clothes and runs off. Next stop. Brown in jail, charged with murder, and he's being held without bond. Since that deadly stabbing 2 weeks ago, city leaders have called for extra security on the light rail. And we wanted to know how riders are feeling and whether security officers are becoming more high profile. Light rail riders
Oh, let's see what the light rail riders
have mixed opinions on whether they've noticed more security on the light rail since the stabbing.
When it happened, of course, I was very disturbed, and I was like, I don't know if I still want to take the light rail.
I have not noticed a change in security, either an increase or, in fact, I've seen more absent.
I have noticed like an increase in security, but only at specific times, like more so during the morning when I'm commuting to work.
We rode the light rail Friday around noon, starting at the east-west station near where the stabbing happened, and went round trip for about 20 stops. We did not see a single security officer.
Right, because let's be real, ain't no damn security. They don't got no security, especially at night. Especially at night. And I see someone saying, oh, he just lost his mind. Bro, that dude been doing stuff for probably years. That was damn near.
He actually has.
That's what I'm saying. He has a record, man. You know he been doing violent acts, man. And they just let these people out. They let these people roam around, normal people. It's like Chris Rock said back in the day. The slow kids used to get out 30 minutes before everybody else so that they didn't hurt the regular kids, and they was gone before the regular kids got out of class. They have released these people with mental illness, and a lot of it is drug-induced mental illness. So it's not just a developmental disability where you were born with it. You have descended into psychosis due to recreational drug use, and instead of holding you, it's cheaper to let you run the streets and victimize people. And basically the police say, oh, there ain't nothing we could do. But I want to ask y'all, I want to go around, start with my boy Costa. What do you think about this, bro? And what do you think needs to be done to stop this crap? And do you think Black people need to take a serious look at the state of African American mental health in these communities?
That's a good comprehensive question. I'll answer it the best way I can. Now, when I initially saw the video, I would say, all right, man, that looked like mental health issues. It was unprovoked, you know, like it was unwarranted. And then I heard about his record, you know, and I heard that he might be schizophrenic and stuff. I just think it's rather unfortunate for the Ukrainian girl and her family. And, you know, my heart goes out to the family and prayers to the family. But I think we need to look in on ourselves, on our mental health, seriously. And it starts with our children, too, because our children are suffering. And he's probably been suffering his whole damn life and use drugs to mask the pain. And sometimes you don't always get a good batch of drugs. You know, somebody will spike a drug and now you around here talking to yourself and you hearing voices in your head. So I think as a community, we really need to take mental health serious and we need to have more discussions about it.
Hey, I'm with you 100%, man. Definitely need to have discussions about it. And, you know, when it comes to people who are mentally disturbed, a lot of what they do reflects the community that they're in. And in the Black community, we do have this kind of like idea, like this theme in our community where it's like, oh, anything a Black person does to a white person is justified because white people did all this stuff to us in the past. And, you know, when people are mentally ill, they don't have the governors within their mind to discern between what is allowable or what is legal or, you know, acceptable and what is just said, you know, in a spirit of like animosity, hatred, or jealousy about another group. It's like the guy who shot up the subway in New York, and he said he was a student of Minister Farrakhan, and he was all hopped up off of FBA and anti-Semitic rhetoric. Now, a normal FBA person, one of Tariq's acolytes or one of these Nation of Islam geeks, they will talk shit about the white man all day. Then they'll take their ass to work and smile and cheese with Molly and Brad and Timothy and act like they love white folks. They understand the shit's cool for online, but not in real life. A person with mental illness, they don't understand how to make those separations. So they'll go out and act based on some stuff that they heard online, you know, thinking that they're doing something good, right? And who knows? Maybe what he did, well, there's no way that idiot knew that lady was a Ukrainian immigrant, but I know that woman didn't expect that to happen. But this is crazy. But all right, let's go to the next person. What's up, Master Lee? What do you think, man? Was this acceptable? Was this ridiculous? And what do you think we could do to stop things from like this from happening in the future? Master Lee, are you frozen? All right, go ahead, Y9. What do you think about this?
Like I already said, man, it's disturbing. The Black community obviously doesn't want to, you know, show the outrage for this because the dude is Black, and if it was a white guy, if the roles were reversed, and that was a young, you know, Black woman sitting there, and it was a white old guy on, you know, with schizophrenia, they wouldn't even consider that the dude has mental health problems, right? So I don't think the mental health should be an excuse. Because like if it was, he could have did that to anybody else on the train. I don't know, man. It's disturbing, bro. It's very disturbing. And yeah, I want to see more outrage. How it was outrage for George Floyd, the criminal who was high on fentanyl, and more and more, man. I don't know. I just don't see the outrage.
Yeah, that's crazy because that it's funny that you bring up George Floyd because when it was George Floyd marches, we burning stuff down, all that stuff. But if white people were to burn shit down or go to the Black community and tear stuff up over this, we would be like, that's a racially motivated act. But white people just had to watch Black people say that that Carmelo Anthony killing that white boy at that track meet was justified. Now this, I'm just saying, it's like we're getting to this point where we're running out of excuses for the savagery that Black people are displaying in regular settings. We understand a white guy go, this is what we're saying. Well, when a white guy shoots up a school, man, white folks are shooting white folks at them schools. They ain't going to, the white guy did do the thing down in Buffalo at the grocery store. But at the same time, I think all white people collectively condemn that dude. We'll see something happen and be like, oh, that's what he get. That was self-defense. And it's like, nah, man, this is crazy. But we also got to be held accountable for the fact that we vote for politicians who create environments where people with mental illness cannot get the help that they need. The link is in the chat, obstacles. I'm putting it in the chat again. They can't get the help that they need. We got defund this, defund that, but we don't got defund the police and fund the mental health resources.
Right.
So don't defund the police. Yeah, Dylan Roof as well, but Dylan Roof is in jail for the rest of his life. And really not a single white person defended Dylan Roof.
Yeah, the defund the police thing was genuinely one of the most retarded things I've ever seen, because like if you look at like the protests, right? You know who Caitlin Bennett is?
No.
Caitlin Bennett is a right-wing commentator who like would go to the protests during the BLM era and would like debate the people like during the protests, right? So they will be holding signs called defund the police, but as she's cooking them, they'll call for the police to come remove her. And then she goes, wait, hold on. I thought it was defund the police. Now you want them to stop me from talking to you about the police. Like, that makes no sense. Like, everything the Black community does, bro, is hypocrisy. So this isn't new. I've seen this story before. And yes, this dude does have like a track record. He's been arrested 14 times. And
yeah, he's been arrested for violent crimes before. Somebody said they did marches for Dylan Roof. That is an absolute lie. There were 0 marches for Dylan Roof. Dylan Roof's acts were condemned all across, even damn skinheads were condemning that dude. He stop with that crap. Black folks love this revisionist history crap. No, they was doing marches, 0 proof. Post the link to where they were doing marches and I'll put it up here. Yo, the OG is in the building. Obstacles to opportunity. My brother from another mother. What is up, my brother? You have the floor.
Oh man, so how you doing? First of all, shout outs to the whole entire panel. And of course, it's tragic when anything happens, especially somebody getting stabbed on the subway. But I think, of course, that type of city passes legislation, which kind of, doesn't help the problem and the issue that we're dealing with and what to do with people. I remember just recently I was watching a report of one of these YouTubers just going on the streets with people addicted to all sorts of drugs. But, fentaminine's been the number one. And a lot of the people on the street were like, bro, we are here because we want to be. The problem is ourselves. They weren't even really blaming nobody else because they were saying, look, if you want to get help out here, there's mad help. People are offering, churches, organizations. People are there to provide the resources, but people want to do what they want to do. And I think when you have that type of problem where even though you have help, but people who don't want to take it because they want to do drugs, or like you said, in this case, maybe he's mentally ill, then it gets real crazy on how to actually mitigate such things. And maybe we need to take a page out of other countries that tend to just say, hey, look, I don't care if it's right or wrong. We're going to take these people off the street and put them somewhere.
Hey, I couldn't agree with you more. You cannot, I got a friend, right? He always uses this argument about cruel and unusual punishment. Well, Tuck, you can't lock these people up because it's cruel and unusual, cruel and unusual. I'm like, no, what's cruel and unusual is I'm on a train just going to do whatever. Maybe I'm going to the grocery store. That lady was totally innocent, man. She had no clue that her life was about to end 4 minutes after she got on that train. And he just pulled out a knife so casually, and starts to jug her in the neck. And it's like there's some idiotic judge or some liberal DA who will say, oh, but we can't lock this guy up or get his dude the death penalty. Bro, this guy has gone past the point of being useful to society, bro. Like, I would give that dude the death penalty because why? Like, this man know what's right for wrong because he tried to change his clothes and escape the law. If you taking your clothes off to hide your identity after you murder somebody, you know what the hell you was doing. You didn't just walk around aimlessly like you just was a zombie. You tried to conceal it to a degree, and your mental illness prevented you from being able to conceal it. But you know right from wrong. Why didn't he try to attack the police when they came to arrest him? Because he know right from wrong. If you have the ability to value your own life, you have the ability to value someone else's life. I'm just not buying it. But what's the final thoughts on this? Yeah, get him out of the gene pool, 100%. Because one of these heifers will lay up with him. Last thoughts, though, guys. Go ahead, Y9.
My final thoughts is this was absolutely a racist attack. This was absolutely based off race. You made a very good point. It couldn't have been mental health because he changed his clothes after the racist attack. So just as if it was a white man killing a young black woman and they would have called it a racist attack and every outrage, I'm going to call this a very disturbing racist attack. The dude is a black supremacist. Yeah, man, I'm just using everybody else's logic against their own. So yeah, I stand by what I said. This is a racist attack. Hopefully this dude gets sentenced to life and yeah, some justice for what's her name?
I don't even know her name. But
Yeah, they didn't even say her name. It's insane, man. If it was a black woman, they would have instantly said her name, showed her family. They would have showed a documentary about her, man. This is insane.
Yeah, and it's like, and it's so funny, black folks. Some of us will say, "Oh, you a coon for saying that," but I don't want no cheap win or cheap. It's not even a win. That's a loss. That makes us look bad, man. That makes us look savage. And you know what's crazy though? We'll call something mental illness when in reality I think it's more drug induced. When I was young, I had friends, right? They were normal, right? People say, "Oh, he wasn't from a gang." Bro, honestly, man, all my friends who I used to do stuff with back when I was gangbang, most of those dudes are dead or in jail, man. In jail for years or dead. So, yeah, I don't have that crew running around with me every day because they're not around anymore. But the thing is, those guys were the best guys in the world. But let them do some drugs. Now they ready to go kill. Would you say that that's mental health? Or would you say that that is the actions of a drug addict? And we need to start figuring out the difference. Because if your ass murder somebody on the train when you under the influence of drugs, that ain't no mental health issue. That's you being high and you become a depraved murderer. And then as soon as you come down, you're normal. There's a difference between that and developmental disability or mental health or acute, psychosis, mental health issues. There's a big difference between those things, and it needs to be addressed and stop being lumped into mental health so that these people could avoid being held responsible. Yeah, it's mental health due to drugs, but at the same time, you made a choice to take those drugs that will put you in a murderous state of mind. So you are responsible.
And how come when these white people do attacks, it's like not instantly deemed a mental health? Like they're instantly racist, and it's instantly like black people are against the world, and I don't know, bro. It just sounds like a lot of hypocrisy, bro.
I have not seen one white person attempt to justify a school shooting or a mass shooting. I haven't.
Yeah.
I haven't seen it. I see
Never,
black
ever.
folks justifying that crap. Oh, you don't know he was getting bullied, and get that crap out of here.
Yeah,
But
and when it's like the street, when it's like I was debating somebody like recently about like street hood shootings and like why it goes on a lot, and like his rebuttal was legit like when the government places black people in an environment like that, that is bound to happen, and it's not their fault. I'm like, bro, are you serious?
Hey, people say stuff like that. Oh, it's all black people are inevitably gonna become, depraved maniacs. Let's go. Got G the God. What's up? Final thoughts, man. And then we go into Cinderoni. G the God, unmute your microphone.
What's up, man?
Go ahead. Your final thoughts on this situation.
I ain't gonna tell you no lie. I wasn't even just paying attention, man. I'm out here doing something.
This man in here. All right, Cinderoni, go ahead, man. What you think?
Man, salute. Shout out to the panel. Shout out to the chat, man. Are we speaking on the title? Because I'm just popping up, man. We speaking on the Young Thug situation.
You can speak on the Young Thug situation, and you can speak on the dude stabbing the lady on the train.
Oh, that dude, that dude's a piece of shit. I saw that video. That's a piece of shit, motherfucker. It was no reason to call for that dude is a fucking retard, man. He need to be put away, put down at that. You know what I'm saying? That was some senseless crime. I mean, she calmly sat in front of this motherfucker for protection. And this what this nigga do behind the bitch back? Get the fuck out of here. Yeah.
I mean, you can
put
see
that
it.
nigga down.
This is why I always sit in the back of the bus or the train. But go ahead.
Yeah, she was. Yes, that was some treacherous shit. That was some treacherous shit right there. You know what I'm saying? But you know, a lot of people. I'm gonna tell you what really be happening. A lot of people hear the past of how black folks was treated, so they overlook it when white people get done heinous. You know, in they time of day. So that's all that shit be. And then you be like, damn, I can't argue with that. Niggas was getting fucked up. You know what I'm saying? Not long ago. But yeah, that was wrong though. That shit was dead wrong. But as far as the Young Thug situation and all the rumors and all this old dumb shit, man, like we gotta look at the facts. He did a lot of dry snitching. I think like you put a superstar who has a mega life and a hell of a lifestyle, and you put him in a 21-hour cell, 23-hour cell, and you give him time to talk on the phone. Like, you know, he done lost control and train of thought of who he really is and what he really stand for. You understand what I'm saying? So he's blurring things out, but we got to understand and really respect what's going on. Cause like, how did these conversations get leaked without the government assistance or a lawyer pushing for it to happen? You can't just get somebody jailhouse phone call. People don't understand. Fanny was fucking one of them victims. You understand what I'm saying? One of the main guys that got smoked in that Rico case, that was one of her good lovers. So when you fuck with the DA and her flings and her, undercover flings and things like that, and smoke some of her friends and shit like that, and then you got police getting killed and all that kind of stuff, he brought it on himself. So but as far as the jailhouse conversation, that dry snitching shit he was doing, he was just, you know what I'm saying? He admitted, said, he don't know what he was thinking about. He was just, in a bad place, saying this and saying that. Did he snitch per se? It was more dry snitching, but a snitch is a snitch, a rat is a rat. This, we got these levels of it, but at the same time, it's all telling. We get on these shows, we get conversations.
Thug ain't slick. He ain't slick. He throwing small fries under the bus, so he'll be exonerated. But guys, this is not a surprise. Where does the show The First 48 take place? Atlanta and New Orleans.
But hold on. It might be there now, but it started off in over there in LA. Started off in New York. Started off in Philly. It started off in.
Listen, they might have did one season. They might have did one season.
It took like about 5 or 7 seasons for it to even come to the South.
But it stayed in the South, bro. It ain't left the South.
We got a lot of crime. It's a lot of crime in the South.
Y'all got a lot of snitching too. That's
crazy.
In
every show. They snitching in every show.
Bro, but all the shows is in the South, bro.
They just now started doing the South maybe like 1 or 2 years ago, bro. It took them like 5 or 6 years to even get to the South. They was in New York. They was in LA. They was all over like other major cities, you know what I'm saying, before they even got to Atlanta or Louisiana.
What's killing us about Thug is bro supposed to be the boss, man. He supposed to be on top, but he was singing.
Yeah, he was up there spinning the conversation. Like I said, it was really more dry snitching. He didn't flat out just tell on nobody, because that dude he was talking about, he already had been charged for that. You know what I'm saying? So it's like
he been charged, but he ain't been found guilty, man.
Nah,
imagine you fighting trial.
They couldn't
imagine you going to trial for this shit, and your big dog is in there. Oh, they say whoop did this. Oh my God, I'll be ready to kill.
Yeah,
come on, man. Thug know he was wrong.
And yeah, he also stated that he had these same conversations with these dudes and things like that. So he said that's why they're not falling out. But you gotta think about this though, Brandon. We all have been on the phone talking about certain shit. If somebody else had heard that, they might not look at us the same no more. You understand what I'm saying? So
hey man, all I know is this. Somebody who told me that they was my homie and they had my back recorded me saying I was gonna smoke somebody and then put it on the internet. That's all I know. That's all I know.
Talking about
A gangster. Wait, a gangster. Yo, Brandon, Brandon, you stupid. That's your homeboy. He looking out for you. What homeboy put me saying I'm gonna smoke somebody on the internet?
That ain't a homie.
Nah, but this is what these dumbass
what are you
dick
talking
riders.
about?
Man, listen, hold on. This is what these dumbass dick riders. This is what they do. They think everybody, they not looking at what you looking at because they're not in the situation. If my homie tells somebody in front of me on camera, I'ma smoke you, you think I'm gonna freaking put that on the internet for the world to consume?
Right.
Do you think I'm gonna do that? And the same person to go around talking about stop snitching.
Yeah. And you know what I'm saying? Like, you can show all the nigga in dresses and all that shit, the makeup and everything. That nigga, that's all that shit promo. You understand what I'm saying? Like, that's what they do. I ain't necessarily saying that's what you gotta do, but that's what they got him doing for, for shock jock
That's what
attraction
some
and shit
people
like
gotta
that.
do. That's what some people gotta do.
I personally don't think he's gay. You know what I'm saying? But like I said,
Young Thug,
music suck.
Young Thug.
Yeah, he was paid to do that. All that shit was like
you
show
don't
promotion.
stop, Cinderoni. I be with you on a lot of stuff.
You think he's actually fucking men?
I be with you on a lot of stuff, bro. But nah, bro. you ain't getting away with that.
Young Thug sleep with me?
Yes. Because a lot of dudes who do. Listen, bro. Listen. Wait a minute.
No, wait.
Wait a minute, bro.
Y'all in between.
Wait a minute, bro. Please. These dudes got punks who are silent, bro. What are you talking about?
That's not it.
Listen.
Okay, you got Psy-Op in your title, right?
That's what
the real thing that's going on is this nigga music suck. So we got to talk about all this other shit because niggas is trash.
Can I ask a question?
Hold on real quick. Yeah, you can. Just 1 second. 1 second. Listen, man. Understand something. When you be doing all those different drugs, bro, it brings stuff out in you. You do things that you might not normally do when you sober. So do I think he's been involved with men? Yes. Dude, it's these dudes from these gangs around here. They laid up with men. I just told a crazy story about a dude I knew when I was younger. If you don't think, man, listen, man, it's like somebody's mom. Your mom don't never want to see it. She finds a way to, wish it away and justify it. Bro, this man is putting on dresses, painting his nails, just doing all this gay stuff. On top of that, there's drug use. On top of that, this dude is in the industry, bro. Stop. This is where Birdman kissed Lil Wayne in the mouth. Are we forgetting all this, Cinderoni?
But hey, listen. That was Lil Wayne. These two different characters now. Birdman,
Lil Wayne. But they in the same,
Look,
bro. They in the same. Birds of a feather, my brother. Birds of a feather.
But Brandon, when you first popped up, they tried to spin that narrative about you with them shorts you was wearing on the show and shit. You see,
bro? Hey, I was just watching Rocky. Hey, I was just watching Rocky 3 when Apollo Creed helped Rocky train for the fight against Clubber Lang. Bro was the champ, and he was wearing some little booty shorts, smaller than mine, bro.
That was the style.
That don't mean you're gay, bro. When you're wearing shorts, men wear shorts. Yeah, when you do MMA, you wear Valley Tudo shorts. This dude is literally wearing a dress, painting his fingernails, bro. Come on, man.
Not gay.
Huh?
Wiz Khalifa not gay.
I didn't say Wiz Khalifa gay.
No, but he be wearing them short shorts though.
But I've seen Wiz Khalifa with actual females that are like, he got kids. Well, they all got kids. But Young Thug, you don't never see him with no female.
Hey, look, I agree to disagree. Like I said, that's just an opinion because I feel
I'm not buying that, Cinderoni.
Yeah, I hear you. I agree to disagree. I just feel like if he was gay, it would have came out. I just think it
If
would have
that
came
dude
out. Somebody
wasn't
would have said,
no
"That's my man. I've been
Luther
sitting with Young Thug for
I
years."
just
Vandross
feel
was
like that
gay.
nigga sucked.
Luther
And that's
Vandross was
why.
gay for decades. Nobody knew till he came
Man,
out.
Luther Vandross sounds so good. Don't nobody give a damn if he gay.
But that's fine. But I'm
That's the
telling you, there
difference.
are gay people who will who will shut up, especially if you keeping them, putting them up. You know that.
Is to
That's
everybody
reasonable.
on the panel, especially dude that's talking. Is there a difference in a man that puts on a dress because he wants to put on a dress versus a man that puts on a dress because someone paid him to put on a dress?
It's a big
That's my
difference.
question. Is
It's
there
a
a
big
difference?
difference. G to God, it's a big difference because if you're an entertainer, you're an actor, you're a musician, you can be so many things in the entertainment business. If you're getting paid to do something, multi-millions of dollars or whatever the case may be, or however much money it is. Young Jock just put on a skirt for $300,000. You understand what I'm saying? Like, all I'm saying is people do things
Bro
for
might be
shock value
gay.
That's no
to say
morals,
they
bro.
really. Just because you
Man,
wouldn't do it,
listen.
If you doing it
Jaden
for the
will
money,
just
you
You
ain't
point
are
got
a
out
no
man.
that.
Listen,
morals.
it's
listen.
gay.
You are a man
They
coming
got
out of one of the.
gangbanging set in LA right now. Niggas wearing fingernail polish to blow your head off right now.
Listen, bro, that got nothing to do with it. A lot of gay people are
That's how
hyper
I feel about
aggressive.
Jaden
That don't
Smith.
mean nothing. Listen, it's gay dudes who will slice your damn face, bro. Like nothing. What I'm telling you is, you are coming out of the gayest city in America by far. You should be so anti anything that's even close to that, just because
He
of
got to
where
put the city
Hey,
on.
listen, the reason Atlanta got that
That's a
stigma,
fact.
first off, is because so many out-of-towners came in and pushed that narrative. Atlanta's the murder and crack capital. Don't ever forget that.
and
You
the
understand what I'm
fruit
saying?
capital too.
Yeah, because you got a lot of out-of-towners.
The
You got a lot of
niggas wearing
out-of-towners
how?
from
Hell
LA.
no, hell
Atlanta
no.
been that way.
Man,
Atlanta been
Atlanta
that way.
big gay,
LA,
bro.
New
Atlanta
York,
Young
been
Thug is from
Chicago,
Atlanta.
Don't try.
Atlanta been
Young
since
Thug is
Frisco.
from
You got a whole lot
Atlanta.
of out-of-towners. Long Beach
Young
come up
Thug
in
is
there. You got a
from
whole lot of
Atlanta.
out-of-towners in Atlanta right now bringing their
Hey,
waves.
let's
Come on,
stop
man.
it, bro. Stop it.
Stop capping,
Stop
bro.
it. Stop.
Long Beach.
Been
Wait,
Thug is
Long
from
Beach.
has
Atlanta.
been
You will not see a dude. Listen,
Thug
one
is
mic,
from
guys.
the A.
You will not see a dude in Long Beach, a black dude walking around with heels on and a goatee with
Come
a
on, man.
weave.
That's
You
you
will
know you're
not
wrong
see
for
that
that.
in Long
It's all
Beach,
kind of
bro.
punks in Long Beach,
Listen,
man.
wait.
Man, you go to
You
Long Beach Boulevard. Long Beach
Long Beach
Boulevard full of
Boulevard.
goddamn
No,
gangs.
you won't. You won't. You, that's a lie.
You tripping. I'm
Now, if
telling
you
you what
go
I know
down to
for a
the
fact.
no,
It's about
you
5
don't see
punks
no
on Long Beach
gays on Long
Boulevard
Beach
right now.
Boulevard. You don't see gays on Long Beach Boulevard.
Man, you just can't just flat out say that you won't see no men like that in Long Beach just because
No, let me
Long
tell
Beach is
you.
Long Beach.
No, let me tell you. No, I'm not
They
saying that.
everywhere.
Let me tell you. My aunt lives right off Long Beach Boulevard, right in Compton, right on the whole stroll. You don't see no transsexuals out there like that.
You
The
wouldn't
only
know,
place you,
Brandon. Them trainers,
bro,
them trainers
Maybe
drinking
they
and
just
drinking.
look.
You wouldn't know. You wouldn't
bro.
know,
Maybe
baby.
they
You
just
wouldn't
look
know
so
if
good that you don't
you have a man or
recognize
no
them.
woman.
Listen,
Because
man.
you talk to them.
I've never seen one, and my aunt lives right there on the whole stroll, right there. And I've been over there late at night, going through, dropping her off, picking her up, all that. I've never seen it. Now, where you will see the transsexuals is up on Santa Monica Boulevard in Hollywood. That's where they sell their pussy or whatever it's called.
That's what. But
But
see, you going for a more known place for trannies, and that's
no,
a
that's where
fact.
they
Santa
really
Monica is
are.
full of.
You
We
don't
in the
even see
Santa Monica,
trannies on,
Santa
Spider-Verse.
Monica is
bro. You
known.
do not see trannies on Fig. You do not even see trannies on Fig.
It's crazy. We just seen a Hoover get beat the fuck up on Fig.
That's why he got beat up. That's why he got beat up. You don't see
It
trannies
ain't
on
about
Fig,
that's why he
bro.
got beat up. He was there and he's still there.
Well, what? No, he's not. That dude is not out there no more. You do not see trannies on Fig or Long Beach Boulevard. You might see one on Western every now and then, but you don't see trannies on any of them. The transvestite hostro is Santa Monica Boulevard in Hollywood. If they go anywhere else, they're gonna get beat up.
Okay, so is it possible that the trannies over there on Fig and all that stuff they got themselves done up to a point to where you just don't
No.
recognize them?
It's very
Saying that
possible.
there's no trannies there, that's crazy.
Possible.
You can't say that just because Long Beach, they not there.
The reason why I know this is because my uncle, that dude, used to go over there and rob those trannies in Hollywood.
And we talking about all of this because of Young Thug?
Yeah, your
because
uncle the one
Young
that ran
Thug,
off the trannies on Long Beach Boulevard, nigga. Because I know what some
maybe he
punks
did
are
run
out
him
of
off, but I
Nah,
know they
motherfucker.
ain't over there no
bro,
more.
deflecting
I
about
thought we
all
was
the
talking
gays
about
being in
I
Atlanta.
thought we was talking about Young Thug. So
Nah,
Right,
It's
he
the
get
trying
back.
we in
to
the Spider
he trying to
Verse.
throw all the
Get back.
gays in Long Beach to Atlanta. You can't. I
We
can't
in the
do
No,
that.
Spider
I'm
no.
sorry.
Verse.
But you
Trying to
you
throw
ain't
all
gonna
them
see.
Long Beach fags to
You're
Atlanta, nigga.
not gonna see the
Into
stuff
the
you see
Spider
in
Verse.
Atlanta and Long Beach. The gays in Long Beach are
That's a
more
fact.
like working professionals, bro. They like
In Atlanta,
they
you'll see a man with a full beard with makeup on
in
some other kind
heels.
of
yeah,
stuff.
In
facts.
Man,
heels.
that's
With
all
heels
over the
on.
place,
With
man.
heels on.
If you
No,
like that in LA, bro, it's not happening. It's not happening in
I
LA.
never saw
I
I
agree
that.
with
seen a
Brandon.
video of a
Atlanta's a
Hoover
different
Crip
place, bro.
who is out there
Atlanta's a different
on the
place,
blade
bro.
in
Just
Figaro
stop, bro.
selling ass, and he's motherfucking being questioned.
And what
He
happened to
motherfucking
him?
he stood his
And what
ground.
happened to him?
He
Exactly.
took the
What happened to
fade
him?
and he went back out. He went back out there and got his
No,
money.
he went home. He
He took
got
the
beat
fade and
up.
he went back out there and got his
No,
money.
he didn't. He took the fade, got beat up, and went home, bro. I'm telling you what I'm telling you. I don't care about the who what city's better. I'm telling you, when I was in Atlanta, I saw a dude with a goatee, a weave, some skinny jeans on with heels walking down the street at the Underground Mall, bro. That was
That
years
sounds
Man,
back.
about right.
listen.
That's Atlanta.
That
And
was
the
years
underground.
But
Facts.
where
And
was
the
that guy
underground.
from,
That
though?
sound
Where was
about
that guy
right.
from, though? Just because you
If
saw
you
him
go
in
to
That
Long
Atlanta
sounds
don't mean
about
he's
right.
from Atlanta.
If you come to Long Beach, you're
I
gonna
don't
see a
give a damn
bunch
if
of
he's from
stud.
Atlanta or not. He
Listen,
living in Atlanta.
in Long Beach, you're gonna see a bunch of stud white and Mexican women, some
KP.
gay black dudes. Everyone's gonna look like they work regular people. You're
I
not gonna
bet.
see no
Hey,
dudes
Brandon.
with
Hey, Brandon. Let me
weaves.
ask KP a question. Hey, KP from the KC5. Hey, Holmes, check this out. If you whatever neighborhood you in, Holmes, if a bunch of gays move in next to you, is all of a sudden your neighborhood gay? Are you gay because your neighborhood gay?
You just said if a bunch. So how
I'm
much is the
asking you a
bunch? Is that the
question. If a
majority?
bunch of
Hold on.
gays move in around you, are you gay because gay people are around in your neighborhood?
Slow down.
Yes.
Slow down. Slow down.
Come on, man.
This is
That's
the
bullshit, master.
problem.
Nigga, you
No,
know that. You
hold
full
on.
of shit, nigga.
This is the
You
problem
ain't
with
no
the
master,
question.
nigga. You a
Hold
liar.
on. Will you
Come
hold
on,
on? Slow down,
Cinderoni,
bro. Let
calm
somebody
down.
answer the question. So listen.
You're good.
The premise is that if a majority of these gay people move in, does that make you gay? No, that doesn't make you gay, but that makes the majority now gay.
That's
That's what
over
you just
with.
asked me. That's
Hey,
essentially what you just
listen,
asked
I'm
me.
not gonna argue
So,
with you.
Man, what are we
All
talking
so
about?
Preach,
Take it
hold
back
on,
to
brother,
some
preach.
hold on,
substance.
Yeah,
Where
let
the
it go,
slow
substance
down,
bro.
slow
go?
down, slow down.
And I'm in the
Slow
air.
down. Slow
All
down.
right, guys, we about
When
to
did
wrap this one
when
up.
did
Let's let Mello go.
can I
Man,
finish
I just
this
want
real
to
quick,
say,
Brandon?
bro.
Go ahead, Mello.
Man, I just want to say, bro. I'm glad all this is happening. I'm glad that all the people that idolize these celebrities are being exposed for snitching. I'm glad, even being from LA. I'm glad that LA is getting exposed for the gang banging and how like in the '90s that everybody imitated the thug and gang culture. I'm glad it's all being exposed, bro, because at the end of the day, like none of this is good for the culture for real. Like we really need to like band up
None of it.
and get to the money and like
No,
really stick together because it's
Amen.
way more important stuff that's going on out here.
Like
black
Joe
Like
folks is
honestly,
Badass album.
black folks is glorifying
Jid
gangbanging and trying
album.
to defend no snitching while we getting driven out of every big money market in America,
exactly.
bro.
But
Like,
it's getting
did
exposed, bro. Like I'm glad that like a lot of the people coming up to YouTube, I mean, coming up to No Jumper, and it's being like shown worldwide on YouTube, and people are seeing through the bullshit because like growing up in LA, like I'm not gonna lie, bro. Like, okay, I was in the streets, I didn't gangbang, you know, like I got affiliates, I grew up in areas, but my perspective, you know, okay, how could I say it? Like growing up and playing sports, even though like I could have been a gangbanger, I could have got jumped on at a time in life. I teeter-totted those lines, but it was like experiences that kind of made me not want to gangbang because like just okay. For example, somebody want to walk up to me, walk up and bang on me. Like as a man, I'm offended. So I want to get down. I don't got to be from a hood to get down with you by being disrespected. And I remember like one of the first times somebody was like, "Where you from?" And I'm like, "I'm not from nowhere." And he still want to be talking. I'm like, "Bro, like, what's up?" I'm like, "I ain't from nowhere, but what's up?" But
you
he
ain't
don't want
about
to
to
fight me,
disrespect?
right? And he don't want to fight because now I'm not from a gang. But like, no, I'm a man at the end of the day. So just seeing these things where like it was like the nuances were like, damn, like you kind of feel like you need to be a part of something, and like, man, fuck that. It's all bullshit. Because at the end of the day, it's about the money. Because you know, growing up, everybody would bang on each other, bro. Once you got older, it's like, oh, I fuck with the neighborhoods, even though I'm a blood, because we getting
Mass
money together. Like,
confusion.
and that's exactly. So I'm glad that it's all being exposed, bro. At the end of the day,
It's just dumb,
because
bro.
it's
And
bigger problems.
I said the same thing on No Jumper. I was like, if you ask me about where I'm from, the only question I need to ask you is, you gang banging on me or not? Because it's no need. Like, why does it matter? Like, bro, people would be like, oh, Brandon don't come off as a street dude. But then when I like, bro, and if you found out, you should be like, man, look, man, I need to figure out how to be more like Brandon. I need to learn how to not. It's just like Big Sad said, man, you all niggas leading with their gang, nigga, you weak. Trying to hide behind their gang, nigga, you weak. It's like they
Exactly.
hide
That's a
behind
fact.
that stuff. Like, be
They
a man
do.
about it, bro. Use your words, articulate your words, say what you got to say. You don't need to tell me you from whatever gang for me to respect what you got to say. All you got to do is make sense. Like, I love the exchange between me and
Facts.
Creep. That's getting a bunch of traction right now. Man, Creep came through and was he was articulating how he felt about like the history of violence in America. Look how much traction bro got. Like, people like, man, bro spoke so good, this and this and that. That's what people gonna that's what the real world respects at the end of the day. Cinderoni could be the most pimped out gangster ever, but what the world is gonna respect about him is, bro is intelligent, he can articulate his points, he's a good communicator. And that's what,
That's what
as
it's
we get
about.
older, we should be putting the emphasis on. If you still trying to be high and inebriated and can't even articulate yourself, bro, just get the freak out of my face and go do what you want to
Mm-hmm.
do. Because we're not on the same page. But guys,
Amen.
let's get the final thoughts of Master Lee. Go ahead, Master Lee.
No, I just wanted to back you up on what you were saying, like amen, because that's really what is going on with this Spider-Verse situation. Is we keep talking about how this is trans, or he gay, or he on drugs, or he this, or he that. Like, like when we gonna talk about the music though? Like, I'm a musician, right? And I want to talk about music. I don't want to talk about tabloids. You know what I mean?
I feel you, but that's
It's getting
that's subjective. Some people may say his music sucks. Some people may say it's good, that they like it. But what we're trying to get at is, this man is
But
one of
what
the
if
main.
that's not subjective though? Because I've been an MC I've been an artist for a very long time. So
That
what
would
if we're
still
at
be
that point
subjective.
now? What if we're at that point now here with us talking, where we can actually pinpoint that this stuff is not important to any of us?
I would say it doesn't pertain to anything like
I
in the
agree.
real world. I
Or
agree to
like
No
that.
or the
substance.
music world or the rap world.
Yeah,
This
it's
this
low
ain't got nothing
frequency.
to
Just
do with
gossip.
nothing.
No, that's true. But that's why I don't listen to that. But I couldn't really. Young Thug has a few things that were
Like,
good, but
this is
I'm
my
not like,
problem right now. This is my problem, Brandon. Jid just dropped an amazing album. Joey Badass just dropped an amazing album.
wait, who
We
was the
are
first
supposed
person
to
you said?
J. Cole's artist.
Okay.
We are supposed to be talking about
J.
these
Cole came
people
with it.
and building these people up, not keep talking about the lames.
But this is not a hip hop channel. This is a political channel.
Okay, so JID stands for Justice in Disguise. Joey Badass, everybody knows his political stances and his social commentary. So why are we not bigging up these people that are actually on the front line speaking for us, the people?
Well, you just used your final thoughts to big them up, and I'm gonna definitely listen to Jid tonight. All right,
True,
thank you,
true,
my
true.
brother.
Thank y'all.
Cinderoni, final thoughts. Thank you, my brother.
Yes, sir. I personally feel that, the gangbanging scene and all that shit, they don't really tell the whole story, because once you get caught up in that lifestyle, then you go to prison. It's a whole lot of gay activity up in there. You understand what I'm saying? And people don't talk about that because they know what's happening behind them walls. You really think them lifers ain't fucking no men? You know
Of
what I'm
course
saying? You
they
either go
are.
become some. Exactly. You feel what I'm saying? But they don't want to speak on the facts, because it'll undermine their whole strongman competition, you know what I mean, standpoint. You feel what I'm saying? So, I just look at it like this. We all gotta, use our heads in a lot of things and things like that. We gotta understand that before, when acting and theater first started, it was all men. There was no women. There
Yep.
was men playing women. You see what I'm saying? It was all about, a man. And this
Masculine.
women just came into acting within like the last 100 years, maybe 110, 150 years or so. So listen, you are who you are. I just feel like people should be who they are and say it, instead of trying to hide it and deny it. You feel what I'm saying? And
Yes.
that's that, man. Great show, great topic, man. Salute to the channel, man. Salute to everybody coming through, man. Brandon, man, stay well on your journey, brother.
Thank you, my brother. I appreciate that. All right, G the God. Final thoughts.
Oh man, I
You
really
still at the train station?
say what?
I said, you still at the train station?
Nah, what you talking about, bro?
I heard a train in the background. I said, bro, must be a conductor at the train station.
Oh nah, had to go to the corner store. But I don't really have no final thoughts, man. I just want to give a shout out to everybody who actually, got up here to have dialogue, regardless on, the differences in everybody's opinions and stuff. But I will say, what's the other cat that was talking about Young Thug a minute ago about the dresses and shit? He got some wild takes on this whole not snitching and a man being able to wear a dress. And I'm slick mad he gone, because I really wanted to ask him, so if somebody was gonna give him 15,000-20,000 to put on a dress, would he do it? I was curious about that, but I didn't want to overtalk him. But
if you don't got
Would
money,
you?
of course you're gonna do it. But the thing is, Young Thug is rich as hell. He don't need to take that money.
I mean, that's true, but as a man, so okay, I don't know how much money you got, but if somebody come to you and say, hey, I got
Bro,
25,000 for you to put on this dress, what you doing?
I'm gonna tell him to knock it up to 100,000.
So they give you 100,000, you putting that dress on and you gonna strut in them heels.
The heels might be a stretch, but I'm definitely gonna put the dress on.
What about $1
I
million?
mean, that's a package. Dress and heels come as the package.
What am I doing?
Hell,
Like a movie? Am I doing like a movie or something?
Nah, bro, you just getting paid $1 million to be gay, bro. You wearing
You
a
want
dress.
you want me? Wait, you want me to walk around like just outside in a dress and heels?
Yes.
Yeah, I probably wouldn't do that. If I'm like gonna be in a movie and it's like funny or something, I'll do it.
For $1 million?
I would
I'm
do it
not
for
even
less than
saying
that.
$1 million. I'm saying 20, 25, 30,000.
I'd do it
That's
for
what I'm saying.
100,000. If I was
Okay,
like acting, yeah, I'll do it.
okay. Let me ask you this.
Young
I know
Thug
you.
was modeling. He wasn't acting.
I know you've seen this all over social media. What's your thoughts on what was that stuff that was out there in Louisiana? That little red dress walk or whatever it
That was
was.
gay as hell. That was gay as hell.
So you want to go out there and do the red walk?
Hell no. Unless they give me $1 million, I'll go out
You
there and
would.
do it.
You would go out there and do the red walk.
You give me listen, man. You give me 500,000, I'll do it.
You don't think that's gonna fuck with your
Those dudes did it for free, bro.
Yeah, under any circumstance, I just can't see myself putting on
That's
no
your
dress,
lying
man.
ass up. You look like you already
And
rich.
I'm a broke motherfucker.
You
And
do
I
it.
just think, yeah, nah.
As your close personal friend, I would advise you if somebody offered you even 50,000 just to put a dress on, do it, man. You ain't gonna be thinking about that dress when you spending that 50. That's enough to put your kid through college. Like you do it. That's common sense.
Nah,
That's different from a dude who is a multi-millionaire from the gayest city in America.
Yeah.
Throwing on a dress with the Sunday church hat and really modeling and strutting.
And plus,
well,
bro,
I don't know, man. I think I make enough money to do what I need to do in life, put my kids through school, make sure me and my family straight, to where I don't care if somebody even come say, bro, I got 50,000 for you. I want you to put on this dress and do whatever.
Let me ask you a question. You
What's up?
got some like close personal friends, right?
Some who?
You got close personal friends, right?
For sure. Okay.
Y'all all saying Viral Way is my friend, he your friend. Da-da-da. If your friend is at somebody's house, they get into it, they tell somebody, I'm a shoot you, and you're recording this situation. Would you then take that and put that on the internet, or would you edit that part out, then put the video on the internet?
Did that come out on his part of the footage?
Yeah, they post the whole thing.
Well, I mean,
He was the only one who had footage.
I saw everybody out there with phones out look like to me.
No, that you're wrong. There was only one person with a phone out that was viral.
And you.
Me.
Okay.
It wasn't somebody. It wasn't somebody on the couch recording.
Yeah, they was recording too. The Mexican.
Yeah, but that started after that exchange.
Well, to answer the question, I would say no. I wouldn't do that to one of my friends. But nobody really just knew what happened anyway. We heard you say a little something, but they didn't show anything on the video. So I mean, you could have just been saying anything. Because nobody really just pointed it out like that. And plus, nobody knew that you was going to go to that extent and do all that either.
Nobody out. Not only.
So you kind of got to take accountability for that.
Does he actually train UFC fighters in his gym?
I take full accountability. I'm saying, are you going to post this on the internet, then go on No Jumper and talk about that specific exchange? The whole I'm gonna smoke you. Come on.
No, I wouldn't. Yeah. But I mean, we don't know if you have pulled out blick or not.
It don't. Yeah, but what I'm saying is, y'all talk about somebody friend. They go in there for their protection, all that. If I'm trying to protect you and I'm your homie, I'm not gonna put nothing that could incriminate you on the internet.
Okay, well, but why did you do it?
It doesn't. The motive doesn't matter. Why did my friend, my buddy, my best pal who went there for my protection, why did they not just say, you know what, let me edit this part out before I put this up? And then why did they go discuss it in open forum on the Fed channel, No Jumper? People say it's the Fed channel. Come on, guys. You got to make that make sense to me. I'm just saying, because when y'all say shit, I think about it like, as far as like, oh, your friendship, this and that. I think about it like, yo, you know, like maybe I'm being a little bit ridiculous, but then I think about stuff like that and I'm like, I'm not being ridiculous because I wouldn't do that to nobody who's my friend.
I mean, but that's kind of like a minute thing because it's not like
minute.
Listen to me though. Listen to my explanation because it's not like they showed you on the camera. You can faintly hear you say something about what did you say? I'll shoot niggas or some shit like that.
That's a basic question. All the extras, if it's my homie, I'm not putting nothing near that on the internet. And I'm damn sure not going to discuss it with a bunch of people while he's not in the room.
I feel you.
You had Adam talking about, bro, you have blick access. They had blick access. This was something that was discussed openly. Okay,
so question. Are you going to voice your concerns with Adam and whoever was in that room about them discussing that in that setting?
Adam, them are not my buddies who went with me to protect me and make sure I didn't get jumped and protect them. They're not even my friends.
Okay, so but
this is what I'm telling you.
I think, see, one thing I do notice about like No Jumper and the No Jumper atmosphere is, you know, yes, everybody is.
Did y'all know that War Chief made a audio recording? He thought he was talking to Adam, but it was just a fan who was pretending to be Adam. You know, he made a whole like thing calling viral disgusting and all this shit, like just talking bad about him.
You got the audio or the video?
I have the audio.
Where can we find it at?
I didn't post it.
Oh, you got it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, play it. I want to hear some of that. Let me hear a little snippet. Or did you play it in the beginning?
I never played it. But we went through all this. I got niggas is basically saying, you know, they basically took this guy's side, in my opinion. All that for him to turn around and be like, yeah, Viral Way is disgusting, this and that. Bro, it basically was saying it's disgusting because as my quote unquote friend, the way he acted. So in the whole thing with War Chief, he tries to show black people are dumb and degenerate and will do anything for attention on the internet. And that's basically was the point he was making. And he ain't lying based on what was displayed. It's crazy, man.
I would like to say too, though, that, and this is only my opinion, I do think Viral Way was there to be on your side because they really didn't have no reason to be there.
Yes, they did. Content.
And that's where I was about to get to. All this stuff was content, and I based that
when
off
you're a
of
content creator trying to go, when you have a channel called The Viral Way and you're showing up to this shit, you're with your camera and bringing a $5,000 camera, bro, you're there for content.
But listen, though,
nobody use no tripod to record no damn street fight.
But listen, Viral was on his page, and then you and Buddy both chimed in and y'all made it content. So
So
is that wrong for him to tell y'all at the same time, like, okay, we're gonna set this up, we're gonna make this happen, and I'm gonna record it so the people can be the judge? Y'all knew that up front,
I just
right?
think if I'm there, I think if I'm there to protect someone's interest, I'm not gonna put anything incriminating up.
Because at the same time, that video could have been there to save you, because since you went to dude's house, if say something crazy did happen, like dude had like 15, 20 dudes pull up and shit like that, you have the video there to be on your side when
Bro, we
whatever
gonna be
happens after
squabbling.
that.
Ain't nobody gonna be videoing. We gonna be fighting. Let me play this real quick.
Bet. I'm muting up.
I didn't turn down nothing. Chris Cully guy is the one who turned it down when we set it up at the gym, and he agreed on no jumper to come and all that. He's the one who talked about, oh, this was all a play. I trolled you. He admitted it was a troll. So y'all, I don't know how y'all keep saying that, but I'm gonna play this right here. This guy thinks he's talking to Adam right now. Hold on real quick.
And the cold part is you probably spending.
He thinks he's talking to Adam, and he thinks Adam is inviting him to come on to No Jumper.
And the cold part is you.
Damn, hold on. Y'all can hear that though when he's talking?
Yeah, I hear it.
Okay. And the cold part is you probably spin a narrative like I'm mad or upset or out of my mind like this. No, man, I write content. I'm working on a comic book based on some far out shit right now, man. Like I do real stuff. So like I see what No Jumper is. And from my opinion, it's a Psy-Op. I think Brandon is a Fed. Get that on record. I think he's an informant or a snitch. I think he's hanging out with Long Beach dudes to get him tied up in cases. I did everything legally within the law to accept a fade in California with Brandon without going to jail or anybody getting hurt. And then he painted all the people there to help him. Even Viral is villains, man, he's gross. So like, yeah, man, I got my point across. I think I just pulled off the greatest troll from a panelist, a random dude out of a Discord ever. And like now I'm getting hit up by everybody. So like, nah, G, like, yeah, I don't do what y'all do, man. I'm a fighter, bro. Like when we have issues, we just fight. Nobody gotta die. I don't deal with cops like that. Some niggas ain't gotta go to jail. Like, oh, that whole motion's weird, man. That's not my life.
So that was him. He pulled the great dude. What are you talking about? War Chief said he wouldn't fight me at my friend's gym because we didn't have waivers, and he feared for the safety of his friends and him, bro. Like you guys, like the people who keep talking about me, they're just show how dumb they are. The guy literally told you he was trolling and he was trying to like do this for the sake of social media. So that to me, that only proves that if I would have went in there and did something to him, he would have really been trying to like sue or whatever. When someone says they did something just to troll you, we already know trolling, then lawsuit. That's how that always goes. So I would say that people are criticizing me for seeing the play and not getting involved in a way to where I could be liable. So you're mad because I'm smart, and I get that. People are smart. People get angry at people who are smarter than them. But what we know is Tay came up here yesterday and literally vouched in, because you know Tay was talking to War Chief trying to get him to show up. Tay got up here and said War Chief ducked the fade for sure. Said he was scared for his friends and all that. Then was saying, oh, Brandon doesn't even have the proper waivers and his professional fight team, all this stuff. It's weird. And I knew the situation was funny because I was just like, no, because I knew I was going to win for sure. And I was just like, if I start beating this dude's ass, what is this guy going to try to do? And I'm going to be real. I didn't know exactly what he was going to try to do, but that's why I just chose, nope, I'm not participating. Let's just do it in a real gym where we can go sign some waivers, some legally binding waivers and release a liability, and let's do it. And bro got scared and didn't come. He didn't show up.
And I would like to say too, so you wouldn't listen to me the other day, I don't think your ass should have fought in that goddamn gym.
No, I did. That's why I didn't do it.
I mean, not gym, garage.
Garage. That's why I didn't do it. We all agreed to move to a real location. We literally did that on camera. We were like, yeah, okay, we're gonna go to a different location. I got the location. He agreed to meet on No Jumper, and he just didn't show up. I don't know how the guy who pulled up, drove 45 minutes to pull up and was lied to, then set it up again at a real location. How is that person scared in a mark and all that? That's dumb as hell. Just like I don't understand how all the dudes in LA, the podcasters, are saying I'm a fake black belt, but then they'll say I don't want to get folded up by Brandon. And then I think it was AD or Pun or one of them who just recently on their thing was like, nah, we wasn't trying to take this to nothing physical and all. Like, come on, bro. This is all narratives from No Jumper's ignorant audience.
I agree to a certain degree. Why y'all just didn't hit the grass or nothing though?
Where was we gonna hit grass at?
It ain't no grass out there.
Dude,
I mean, I don't know. I'm just asking.
No, I'm gonna ask you straight up. You going to somebody's hood where you ain't, and this person didn't market themselves to be a thug or gang member, but when you get there, they're like, oh yeah, all the homies is at a birthday party next door. Woo woo. You're gonna go in the grass and start rolling around with this person fighting and don't know who could possibly run up. Like a lot of y'all be exposing that y'all ain't really been in no real serious situations before.
I have.
So why would you put yourself in a vulnerable position like that in somebody's hood that you've never been to? You don't know this person, none of that. I thought I was going to a professional gym where UFC fighters are trained. That's what he said he had.
Okay, well, let me ask this, because I hear you keep saying that, but my question to that is, when you looked up the address on Google Maps, what did you see?
You keep on asking a dumb question. Google Maps will show you the street view of a business. When it's private property, Google Maps will not allow you to go and see what's behind it. Bro said he built this in his garage behind his house. So going to Google Maps, all it's going to show you is the front side of bro's house. It's not going to show you his gym in the back, his cars in the back. It won't let you do that because that's against the law. Have you ever been on Google?
Yes, but what I'm getting at is, so when you looked it up on Google, you did see that it was an apartment building, right? And you still made the decision to go.
No, he said he was living in a house, like a house. And when you in the place where he lives, it's like townhouses, so it looks like a house from the front side. But when you go in the back, you see that it's all connected to other other townhouses or whatever. So everything looked fine.
Talking about from the front?
Yeah, everything from the front looked like, okay, bro could probably got it set up in the back.
But from the front, it did look like an apartment though, right?
No, it looks like a townhouse. Y'all, I know you've been to a townhouse before.
Yeah, I think it's just all semantics right about now.
When I was younger, I lived in a townhouse and we had a 2-car garage, but it was connected to other townhouses. So those are like big ass garages. So like when I saw it, I said, oh yeah, you got a spot in the back of that. Because he said he built out his garage into a professional gym. And there are people out here who do have their garages fixed up to be gyms for MMA or even jiu-jitsu.
You talking about like with pads and stuff on the wall?
Yeah, they do that even in Texas. They do that in Vegas a lot too. Dudes build out their garage into because you don't need a lot of space to train, especially if you're just training yourself or like one other person. You just need an area where y'all, because if say you do a jiu-jitsu tournament, right? The mats of the jiu-jitsu tournament are 10 by 10, the like square that you fight in. So you only need 10 feet by 10 feet. That's not a whole lot. And then if you put pads on the wall, it's like a cage. It's like it becomes like a UFC cage.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. So that's what I was expecting. But it was just like, it was nothing. Bros, when I got there, bros talking about let's fight on the cement and all that. I was like, bro, you fucking tripping. So
yeah, I definitely would have done that because man, any type of good rolling around, and I don't do jujitsu, so I mean, but still, with y'all rolling around on the ground and one trying to get away from the other and shit like that, man, stuff gonna start getting kicked over, and somebody get slammed a certain type of way. You know, there's
Listen,
that was kind of crazy.
I have a friend who I did jujitsu with. Bro split his kneecap trying to fucking wrestle around on the cement. Split his kneecap, playing around.
I believe it.
Ever since I heard about that, ever since he told me, and he was out and couldn't train for like a year, I was like, I will never do shit on the cement unless it's like a real, like someone run up on me and I gotta mix them up. I'm not dealing with that shit. Like,
You know what? I see in the comments the guy or girl YGA says HOA, there's no way he trains pro fighters in his home. I kind of thought that too, because I would think that even if there was an HOA, then all of y'all wouldn't have been able to pull up to even do the shit that y'all was about to do anyway. So I thought that was kind of odd.
he was just saying that. I think he was just saying HOA just to make it look like he's doing something big. But the whole thing was, the situation was sketchy. I'm never gonna second guess my intuition. I understand that people on the internet, they will never do anything like the things I've done or would do. They just want to see someone fight. They want to see someone take a L. Me, I don't ever go in a situation thinking I'm going to take a L. If I think I'm going to take a L, I'm just not going to show up, because you win all the battles you don't fight. You know, as Sun Tzu said, right? That's what we kind of grow up with. But when someone says I'm a professional, I train fighters, you think you're going into a professional space. The minute you see it's not, and the person is trying to like antagonize you, and I knew he was doing that for the cameras, like trying to like antagonize me, but I'm much smarter than that. But when the dude was like, oh, dude, come on, and tried to like get aggressive with me after he knew I wasn't gonna fight him in that garage, yeah, at that point you on some street shit. And I went to some street shit. But then we agreed, let's go to a gym. I set the gym up, all that, location, time, all that. Bro didn't show up. Adam, he's not gonna mention it because Adam, obviously, I know Adam is on a mission to like get me to take a major L, because he thinks that's going to help him build up his brand, because all the dudes he's like marketed as these tough guys, they're just too dumb to actually like stick around. They're going to jail. Some dudes blowing their hands off, whatever. So now he's trying to like, you know, I feel like I know No Jumper is anti-intelligence. If someone actually is smart, they all try to like go at that person, because Adam wants to be the smartest guy in the room. And if he's not the smartest, he wants to be the number one guy talking all the time. And I called that out a long time ago.
Yeah, I seen you call him out, and I can see that too. You know, but that's why I like when you got on there, because he kind of brought a different dynamic to it. But the one thing that I don't understand and I don't like is, like, now ever since all this war chief shit didn't happen, it's like every time I tune in to you now, all I hear is negative black people comments, and that's kind of what I be talking about in the comments.
You don't know my channel, bro. My channel is all about black accountability. You could go look at my channel, and I talk about the same stuff with black people. I've been talking about the same stuff with black people for 5 years. If you go and look at my old videos, black people doing dumb stuff, and we have all this information, and we still running around acting like we ignorant monkeys, bro. And I'm not cool with that. You know what I'm saying? You black folks need to operate like they got some damn sense. Even with the Almighty situation, I was more telling Almighty, like, bro, it's stupid for losing his job and putting his kids in a financially strained situation, all because the audience, this dude said, I wasn't about to not show up, and then y'all gonna be calling me a bitch and saying I got marked out.
That's lame.
I said, Almighty, dude, you letting the audience make you do crash out shit and take you away from your kids? I said, bro needed to grow as a man, and I stand behind that. So
Yeah, he just too busy worried about what everybody else gonna think about
yeah,
him. And I agree,
I'm
that's a dumb
never
way to think.
I'm never gonna be like that. Viral talked about all this crap about me, and then the next day or 2 days later, he puts on his Instagram, "Oh, I ain't gonna let none of y'all internet goofies get me to play myself out of my position, this and that." Like, this is exactly what you were saying I should have did. You should have did this and did that. Could you imagine if people from my job saw me fighting some dude in his garage? That would be fucking crazy.
No, but that's because y'all agreed to do that. That's the only reason why
We agreed to
I
do that
say
in a professional gym. We
what
agreed to do
happened
that
to
in a
him coming.
professional gym.
What happened to him coming to the what was it, a coupe?
We did a different venue because the coupe did not respond back fast enough. So I just booked it somewhere else, which was actually closer to his house. And y'all keep asking the same questions like I'm not explaining this.
No, I wasn't here earlier. I tapped in late,
You
so
were
I don't
here
know if
on the
y'all had
whole.
all.
You were here for the whole show when I explained that this guy did not. He ducked out. You were literally here, bro.
I wasn't here for all that, bro. When I tapped in, I think I came in when it said like live 58 minutes or 59 minutes or some shit like
That's
that.
the night, but the other night you were here. When you were here when TF Third got up here and said he ducked the fade.
Oh no, see, I wasn't here. I ain't know TF Third got on here. What did he get on here and say?
Man, you lying. All right,
I
light
wasn't
skin
on
nigga.
here.
All right.
What
Well, the
TF
guy,
Third get up here and say?
you know what he said. All right, have a good night.
I'll just go back and watch it again.
Do that. Bro, see what I'm saying? This is what I'm telling y'all. Black folks, black dudes act dumb. We good at that. You know, black people learned to play dumb during slavery because the smart slaves got sold off. So the mammies would tell the young male slaves, act dumb, act touch, like you ain't got no sense, and massa just keep you here because won't nobody want to buy you. We learned that during slavery. I'm talking shit about him because he acted dumb. Well, am I talking shit about him or am I just saying what he did? Bro was up here the whole time last show and now acted up. That is 100% true African history. Black males were encouraged to act slow so that they would not be sold. That is why when you watch slave movies, many of the black buck males are portrayed as being of low intelligence. This is a historical fact. Go look it up. None of you know as much about history as I do. That's just a fact. But I know it hurts your feelings. I know you don't want to accept it. Mama said it ain't so. But it is facts, unfortunately, for all of us. But thank you guys for watching this. I appreciate every single thing you do. Please like, share, subscribe if you haven't already. Until the next time, take care of yourselves. But most importantly, please take care of each other. Peace.